Hey, how you doing? It's Clayton here from howtodrawcomics.net and the How to Draw Comics Academy, and it is absolutely amazing to be here with you for another live studio session where I catch up with members of the How to Draw Comics Academy to check out what it is they're working on, and of course, hopefully get some drawing done myself. The idea of these studio sessions is essentially to create a simulated studio experience across the waters, right? Remotely, where we can all just catch up despite the distance and get some drawing done, chill, chat. Of course, there are going to be little tidbits of advice I'm going to give here and there. It's not a formal lesson though, so it's pretty loose and relatable. Very much exactly what you'd be expecting if you were in a real studio. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you Matt Nicola, one of the long-time members of the How to Draw Comics Academy. How you doing tonight, Matt? Good?
All right, how are you?
Absolutely fantastic. And then we have Keith. Hey, Keith, how you doing? Another long-time member of the How to Draw Comics Academy. These are the OG artists. We got a few more of them who will probably, hopefully, pop in. We're doing this on a Monday night for those in the US, which is a work day. Usually we try to get these studio sessions in on the weekend, but my scheduling has been a little bit all over the shop, unfortunately. Apologies to everyone for that. I'm a little bit terrible at scheduling, I'm not going to lie. Must be the artist within me. Although to get anywhere as an artist, you have to be pretty tight with your scheduling, right? In order to meet those deadlines. Never been good at that, I'm not going to lie. Alrighty, so, well, why don't we start this off by taking a look at what you guys have been working on, Matt and Keith. Big hello to everybody joining us in the chat, by the way. I see Lars there. We've got James Fondren. James, what are you doing? You should be in here as well. Maybe he's watching David Finch.
Hey, what's James doing? Why isn't he in
here? And we got Pop Culture as well. What's up? How you guys doing? So, yeah, what are you working on tonight, Matt? Would you like me to get your page up? Have you got anything you want to show?
I have a bright white blank canvas.
Beautiful. Let's take a look at that. Something we can all relate with.
What
hey, Caleb, good to see you.
Than a
so tonight I just kind of want to explore some ideas. Keith saw me the other day. I was at a show in Boston, and lots of people came up that gave me some ideas about stuff to draw. Top contenders right now are Moon Knight, Punisher, and Venom.
Oh, I think you'll be able to pull any of those off really well. That's kind of your wheelhouse, isn't it?
It really is.
Especially, Moon Knight and Venom, I would say.
Yeah, I have not really drawn Punisher before, except once, long time ago. But
cool.
That one doesn't really count.
No. Maybe maybe the Punisher is the one to draw tonight.
It could be.
I don't know. Maybe you get all three of them done.
We'll see.
You're pretty quick. You're pretty quick, Matt.
Recently, I finished this Hulk. So this is actually, I did 4 versions basically. 2 flat colors. So there was the green version, then the gray version, and then I added in all kinds of rendering stuff.
Damn, that's some solid anatomy work.
So what was interesting about this one is all of the inks were done on paper, and then I just transcribed it into Clip Studio and colored it solely in Clip Studio.
I was going to say, just looking at the line work, it feels cleaner than your usual stuff. Do you think working traditionally lended to that?
There's the regular inks. And it was definitely a lot. It's a lot different than doing it all strictly in Clip Studio or whatever program you're using, because you really don't have the luxury of a undo button or an erase when it comes to ink. What you can't
Yeah.
see is right in here. I actually had to white it out on the paper because I messed up, but you can't
All
see it
right.
in the digital version. There was a
No, you
spot
can't
right
tell at
there.
all.
There was a spot up in here that I just completely messed up, but you can't even tell once I brought it into the digital, which is why I like it so much.
No way. That's great. Absolutely
Then
beautiful work. What was
a
the
couple
biggest
nights.
difference? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, what were you asking me?
What was the biggest difference between that you noticed in your process for working traditionally in comparison to digitally? And what did you prefer doing it the traditional way? Was it easier? Was it more free flowing, more creative?
I'd say it's more. I don't know. I don't know if creative is the right word, but
Mm.
it adds a little something to my hand movement. Like
Mm.
in Clip Studio, it's very clean, whereas on paper, I tend to be a little more jagged. Where
Gotcha.
you can kind of see if you zoom in a little bit where the lines aren't exactly clean, but I
Really?
kind of like that better,
It's weird, man, because I feel like these look cleaner than usual.
right?
Yeah, it is strange. Did you add like a liquidifier over the top of it or something?
Nope, nope. All I did was
Yeah.
remove the white.
No, it looks really good. It looks really, really good. Awesome
I think
work.
the cleanliness of the lines might have something to do with the grip of the paper
It
and the tip
could
of the
be.
pen compared to the perfect smoothness of a tablet and the tablet
Yeah.
pens, which is why I don't have one right now, but I usually like to draw on a tablet with like those grippy nibs
Yep.
that provide a
Mm.
little more texture when you're drawing. I need to get some, but I don't have any for this pen right now.
Mm. I hadn't even really thought about that, but I'm gonna have to look into it. And
Cool.
the other night, actually yesterday, I think it was, I
Yeah.
watched Spider-Man Noir on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet.
Hmm.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
Highly
I haven't
Haven't
seen
seen
recommend.
it.
it yet.
And so I was inspired to throw that together.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Sweet. I think I actually saw this on Facebook already. This is cool.
Probably.
What was the show like on Amazon?
It was good. It was good. There are
Cool.
two versions: the black and white and the color. I watched it all in black and white because that goes full noir.
I mean, that
Uh,
is Noah, right?
oh
You
yeah,
got it. I got it.
and yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
And
and this
now
is looking absolutely awesome. I love the mood, the
that's
ambience,
I was
the
literally
vibe.
just going for general shapes. There's no real details except maybe the belt buckle and the eyes, but really not much.
Definitely a ton to work with if you want to take it further.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
now I'll stare at this blank page for a few minutes and figure out what I want to do.
Oh, you'll get
Do
cracking on it in no time. I know it. And Keith, how about you, my friend? How are you doing tonight? What's been happening over the last? It's probably been a few weeks now, maybe
I
like
know
two
it's been a
weeks since
minute.
our last studio session.
Yeah, there was a. There's been quite a lot going on. I've been trying to find as much time as possible to work on my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just make sure I'm sharing the right screen. No, not that one. Yes, that's the one I want to share. Uh,
Cool.
yeah, I've been finding time to work on my stuff. This is a sequential page that I put together over the past 2 days.
Nice.
And
Nice one.
what
Wait,
it
this
is
only
it.
took
Hmm?
you 2 days?
Yeah, this took me 2 days.
Nice.
Amazing.
But it's still, I consider it only in the rough stage because I'm still, like, if I zoom in, you'll see, like, there's a lot of these lines are very much scratchy and placement based just because I'm trying to get the feel of what I want to happen in each panel. But what I'm
Mm.
putting together is obviously this is a part of the main project that I'm working on, the big comic project. And what I decided to do was I was looking at I'd had a goal of putting together like an issue one by like the end of the year, but I was looking at how many pages I would have to do in order to make that happen, and it was just getting way too big of an ask. And I'm like, I got like 35 pages here for issue one that I'm all
Yeah.
in the rough stages. Like this would be quite a lot to get done. But the thing was much more manageable was I put together a little idea for like an issue 0, like a preview chapter, like to just introduce everybody to the main character and to the world a little bit. It's a little story that happens right before the story proper, just to get like the mood and the setting all established. And that can be accomplished in like, 8, 10, 12 pages, much more manageable. And it's like, I can do that. I've done that before. I've put together like those
Yeah.
mini stories. And this is the first page of that. And
Cool.
what I'm establishing here happening in the panels is just we're in like Chinatown in a gritty city at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's the back of a seedy underground gambling den, and we're introduced to this big hero shot of our main character here. A little bit of some text of establishing the mood of the place, like what she's like, what she's doing here tonight, and then someone's trying to grab her attention from off screen. That's what I'm trying to get flowing here. And obviously I'm still putting together like a lot of the composition of the panels because I want to make sure those look good. So you will see this show up in the request for feedback on the feedback session because I'd love
Yep.
your detailed thoughts on like how these panels work together and what's working, what's not working, and just get your idea there. So
Yeah,
that's
for
been
sure.
main one. I've got page 2 in the works, which is obviously I'm very much in the early stage here, so we're we're working on that, trying to put together what's happening right after that. She's talking to some people here, and we're gonna get that happening. But there's this is probably what I'm going to be working on most of tonight, just trying to fill out some
Yep.
more on this page and get that really really
Yeah,
working.
that's cool. You know what I'll do? I'll take a screenshot of that one, and I will give you some feedback on this one tonight, especially because it's in the early phases. It'll be a
A
good idea
screenshot
to
of
do
this
that.
one here or the previous one?
Well, this one here.
Oh, this one here. Yeah.
That way, I can sort of go over it while it's still in the early stages,
Sick.
and
Sick.
I can take a screenshot of the other one too, of course.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it'll give me something to do while we're here in the
Just
studio sesh.
you give me the green light when you've grabbed this screenshot, then I'll go back to the last one.
Yep, I've got it. I'm just booting up Clip Studio now.
So,
Alrighty.
and I've got a couple of other things that I worked on over the past couple of weeks. You remember the
Mm-hmm.
piece where I was doing where she's in the very dynamic pose trying to defend against the razor blades?
Um, well, I'll have to refresh my mind on that one. Let me
I
just.
remember you
I'm
spent
not
an
on
hour
the.
critiquing it.
I'm not on the screen at the moment, so I'll have to
But-
switch back to that in a moment.
But I got the final version of that.
Okay.
I wrapped that up just the other day. Are you ready
Yeah.
for this?
Oh, let me take a
Well,
screenshot. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's looking real good, man.
I do
I
remember
added in
it
all
now.
the feedback that you gave me on the form and the anatomy, and I
Yeah.
think that it really ended up coming together in the end.
It looks so dynamic now, and also on top of that, I like the shape of her arm as it's coming forward there.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's really interesting with foreshortening. I feel like it is oftentimes a little bit of a game of shape and sculpting to get it to really look right.
Mhm.
You know, it's not just a matter of drawing a cylinder in perspective. You've really got to get that anatomy to morph into the position it needs to be in, and to sculpt the outline of the form in a way that really does make it look like it's pulling back in space. And that can be
Yeah.
difficult because you really need to develop your eye to do that. You can see it done a million times, and people will always tell you when it comes to teaching foreshortening, hey, it's about cylinders and spheres, right? Until you actually try to draw a character that looks good, right? With anatomy that that is supposed to have some level of impact. You know, the cylinders are a great starting point, but then you've really got to finesse what's there on the page. And I think
Yeah.
that you've done a jolly good job of that here, particularly with that arm that's coming forward toward us.
Oh yeah. That y- yeah, that arm was a bit of a clever one trying to make sure that worked in the way I was putting
Mm.
it together. But yeah, I was really happy with how this came out. And there was one more thing that I was working on
Yeah, show us.
the other week, and this is has to do with like how Matt was saying he was watching Spider-Man Noir, so he drew Spider-Man Noir. I was watching Frieren Beyond
Oh,
Journey's
okay.
End, which is an anime, and I drew my sort of take on Frieren over here,
Oh,
which was just
beautiful.
fun. Nice little side project that was pretty fun.
Yeah, she's great. So what's this? This is an anime,
This is an anime.
and it's called what?
It's called Frieren, Frie.
Cool. Yeah, I love the character
Oh yeah,
design.
yeah,
Super
yeah. And
memorable.
well, it was super fun because this is not what the character looks like in the anime. Like I did it in a completely different art style, which
Oh, cool. So you did it in like kind of your art style.
yeah, kind of.
That's good. Yeah. I sort of wanted to do a lesson on that in the academy, actually. Just stylizing mainly anatomy, but characters in general, and coming up with almost like iconic ways of interpreting those different aspects of the body. Because everybody has their own way of representing human anatomy, especially, in regards to the pros. Jim Lee has a way of drawing the human body, so does David Finch, so does Michael Turner. And inevitably, I can see your style really starting to show through here too, Keith. And it's good to see it start solidifying in that way.
Yeah, I was
It's
happy with
very
this one because
interesting.
when I was putting it together, I think that the line work was a big improvement with this one as far as like some previous pieces I've done. Like I've noticed that my line work looks sloppy at times, and I feel that just on the whole, this one looks a little bit cleaner. And I
Yeah,
just think
for
I think it
sure.
really came together. And
Very
the pose
clean.
also ended up looking really good. But yeah, that's basically in a nutshell what I was working on over the past few weeks.
Nice one. Now I can see you really tried to push it to be dynamic, which is good
Yeah,
to see.
I wanted to make this one look as like I wanted there to be movement in the pose, like her really standing up on that one leg, bringing that other leg up, and making it make sense with her holding the mage's staff
Yeah.
behind her, and make sure that made sense. And the tilt of her head, I think, works for the making it look more organic.
Yeah, for sure. Like you've definitely been listening to my advice. You got the hips tilted on one angle, you got the shoulders tilted on another, and yeah, it's every part of the body is in movement, in motion. There it really makes that character look alive. So, keep pushing it in that way, and it's not only going to allow you to practice to draw your characters with a certain level of dynamism, but it's also going to help you to get, it's going to give you characters with impact on the page. You're also going to be practicing it at the same time. So the more that you can get under your belt, the better. And if you're pushing the envelope every time, then that improvement is going to be a noticeable trend upward for sure. But let me
Onward
take
and
a
upward.
screenshot of this page because I know that you're looking
Okay,
for feedback on that.
let me get it nice and centered.
All right, get my snipping tool out here. Get the whole
There you go.
page in there if you can. Great, got it.
All right, nice.
Drop that one in there as well. Yeah, there will be another feedback session in the academy. I want to do that one this week. So that there's more of those coming up, don't worry. But this will be fun to just jump into tonight for the studio session, just to give us something to focus on. I like direction. When I'm just left to my own devices as far as creativity is concerned, I can be a little bit stumped for a while. And, I go real quiet because I'm trying to think. And thinking and functioning at the same time for me is something that's left to be desired. I'm not very good at being sociable and talking like this when I'm focused. So critiquing is a great way to just take care of whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing. Like it gives me something to sink my teeth into without actually having to come up with anything from scratch. But yeah, great to see 28 Pulp in the chat. Wonderful to have you show up to the studio session tonight. We also got Muscleworks Fitness as well. How you doing? Yeah, good start, Keith. This is coming along really well, and I can tell that you're having a lot of fun doing it. As we well know, when it comes to our comic book art, having fun is the important thing. You don't want to be stressing out too much about it. That's just going to make you feel a little bit hesitant to draw. And we don't want to worsen any apprehension or art block that we might be already experiencing. And Matt, don't tell me you smashed this out right there.
Yeah.
Like just then. You smashed all of that out. Wow, you're too fast.
Did.
You are way too fast. That's amazing. Really, really incredible.
This will be thumbnail number 1.
And yeah, as Matt was saying, we ran into each other at the comic convention the other weekend, which was
Yes, we
super
did.
fun. He had a booth all set up, and as soon as I found that out, I'm like, hang on a minute, I got to make sure I make my way down there because we're going to meet up in person.
Yep.
It
How
is
was
so
that
cool.
to meet Matt?
It is so cool seeing all of his artwork like in person in prints because it just looks great and it
Yeah.
stood out so well amongst everything else that I was seeing at the show. Like the way he had arranged everything, all of his all the compositions of all his characters, and I was like, this is pretty sick. Like, seeing all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Oh yeah, there's just something about seeing artwork in real life that's a completely different experience to seeing it on a tablet or a computer screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then to be able to, in fact, hold it is also really cool. So I hope that even as we enter this more digital age of doing everything, essentially, that we do hold on to those traditional ways. You know, I know that what I teach here is all done digitally, but a lot of it you can apply as a traditional artist. In fact, you should apply exactly what those methods entail as a traditional artist, because it's all the same. No matter what format you're working in, proportions will always be proportions, and muscle structure will always be muscle structure. And those are the fundamentals. They're called fundamentals and not tools for a reason, because tools are different. You know, you can use whatever tool you want to execute the fundamentals. As long as you know those fundamentals, though, you're going to be able to pull off something pretty darn decent, evidently, as we're looking at here. But let me get into this. So we'll go over Keith's pages here just for something to do. I might do a little bit of a sketch, like a speed sketch later on. We'll see, just for fun. I haven't done that in a while, I'll be honest. Okay, so this first page that we're looking at, do you want me to give you a nice critique, Keith, that's all soft and sweet, or do you want me to give you like just straight up?
You know I can handle straight up feedback. In fact, I ask for straight up feedback all the time on the Academy, and no one ever gives it.
No,
They're gun shy.
Just me, right?
Yeah.
I give it. I make you redo entire pages, don't I?
Oh yeah.
And,
All right,
and
you've asked for it now.
Yeah, you're in for it this time.
Speaking of redoing entire pages, get ready.
Yeah. No, I won't make you redo this one. But there's, the good thing about it is it's still kind of in the penciling stage, so, it doesn't seem like it's been even inked at this point, right? Like you're still going to go over it again.
Oh yeah, I was planning to essentially turn all this blue and then put the opacity down and just basically redraw it in like a fine-tuned sketch before I even inked it. This is very much in the early stage.
Yeah, so I'll give you as much value as possible here then, and you can, cherry pick what you want from it. But overall, I want to start off by saying, great job. Obviously, you can draw better than a lot of people out there already, Keith. So I just want you to know you've got some skills. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is there's a lot of dialogue going on this first page. And the dialogue that is there is actually quite small. So small that it's going to be difficult to read. So I'm going to give you a little technique here. Okay, this is a little cheat approach that I like to do. So just bear with me for a second. I'm going to see if I can jump into my PureRef app here. That'd be nice if it just worked. Is it just going to work for me? We'll see. It's telling me to update. Don't want to update. I'll load up one of my old PureRef docs. By the way, for those of you who don't know what the heck I'm talking about when I say PureRef, it is basically just a massive digital canvas that you can collect and organize references on. And hopefully I have some pages here that I have saved out. All right. So this is quite perfect right here. Now, what I do when I'm trying to figure out how big to make the dialogue on my comic book pages, Keith, and you can just, you can take this one to the bank, is I will jump onto Comixology. I'll copy one of the pages on there because that's like print ready stuff. And then I'll paste it into my canvas, right? And then I'll place it over the top, drop the opacity a little bit to about there. And then I'll make sure that it's at the same size as the comic book page that I'm working on. So we'll say here, like accounting for margins and whatnot. All right. And then what this does is it shows you how large your font should be for a professional printed page within a comic book. Okay? And
awesome.
yeah, it's pretty awesome, right? It certainly simplifies the process and takes the guesswork out of it. So now we can see, okay, the dialogue is that size. And if we drop the opacity here, we can notice that, all right, your default talking dialogue could be a little bit bigger. Like if we, I know it's a little bit confusing to look at here with the overlays, but you can sort of see your dialogue peeking through there, and we can compare it to the one over here. And all you really need to do in order to address this is make a little selection around the layer with your dialogue. Obviously, I don't have the layers separated or anything like that, but you can just hit Control-C and Control-V on that one. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the speech bubble over here. Whoops, I was on the wrong layer there. And I actually copied the wrong layer, so... Oh no, I didn't. There it is right there. So what we can do here is we'll take this dialog box over, and we're going to zoom in, and we just want to make sure that that dialog is the same size as our reference here. Now, the other really cool thing to think about is line spacing. So the distance between each line is also going to be something that you can reference. And once this is set, you'll know, based upon your canvas, exactly how large your font needs to be, like what font size to set for all the pages. So you really only have to do this once. That's the beauty of it. You can just take that back over into its original positioning, and there you have it. That's how big your speech text should be on your comic book page. And you can do the same thing, of course, for these other dialog boxes that you've got. I'll go ahead and do the same thing just to show you an example of that. Especially when you've got that much text in there. It's very, very dense, right? And that can be confronting for the reader to try and work their way through that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to blow that all the way up to
For
around
what it's
about
worth,
there.
when I was looking at some references for how to compose this page together, I was looking at some pages that Michael Turner wrote, and
Oh yeah.
he is known for having the text boxes with a lot of dialogue and small
Oh,
print.
okay, I see. Well, there you go. Well, at least you will learn it from the pros, right?
I was trying to mirror myself against somebody who is known for being one of the best.
For sure.
It's like, well, if he can do it, why can't I do it?
Absolutely. So yeah, you're going to be blowing up your dialogue boxes a fair bit there.
Yep.
And what I would say is, if you can, go back, edit some of this dialogue all the way down. So if I take a look at, say this one here, I'll try to read that. When nothing's going right in your life, this is where your muscle memory will
Take you.
take you. When nothing's going right in your life, this is where your muscle memory will take you. So you can edit even that little bit.
I
So,
can edit.
you could say when nothing's
I'm
going
known for
right,
being the world's worst editor. So
when nothing's going right in life, you can take out your. This is where muscle memory. Again, take out your. This is where muscle memory takes you. Right.
there you go.
So you can take out will. And what that does is it just speeds up the experience. It streamlines it. It makes it less, it takes the resistance out of actually going through and reading the story. And I know that you work in marketing, right? Copywriting?
That's right.
So I'm sure you've heard of this rule, because that's where I learned this, is that, short words, short sentences, short paragraphs is the ideal for giving the audience a smooth and pleasurable reading experience. So you want to apply that to your comic book dialogue as well. And you'll find that even as you're reading through it, it's good. Because if you think about how long it would actually take us to read this page, we'd be sitting here for a good minute or two if we wanted to read all of this dialogue. And, initially as the writer, as the creator, we think that's a good thing. But actually it can make your comic a bit of a slog, feel like a bit of a slog to get through, no matter how good the story is. One of the reasons that manga is so successful is because, at least in the ones that I've read, they don't have a huge amount of dialogue on each page. They actually keep it fairly simple. And that's why they're just such page turners, right? Like they can have a really big, thick manga and it just, you kind of glide through it. So something to think about there, Keith. Obviously, it's your story and you're going to want to kind of represent it how you want. But that'd be just the little bit of advice that I'd give you there to take along on your journey. How do you feel about that?
I like it.
We're just getting started. Let me make sure no one else is trying to jump in here. Cool. All right, Half Piece says, I'm a manga artist, but I'll never throw a good chance to learn from a Western comics maker. No, I mean, they're all kind of one in the same. They definitely have crossover. I know that a good Western comic artist is going to learn a ton from manga. And I know that there is manga artists out there that somewhat revere the American approach to creating comics and sequential stories. So, there's a lot to learn from both sides. Okay, next up, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to come in here and drop the opacity of this one a little bit. Just a tad. Let's make it blue. It's one of the handy things about working in Clip Studio Paint, isn't it? That blue line layer that you can create. So, you know, Keith, I think that one thing that's always sort of haunted you a little bit as an artist is just getting these proportions right. And I think that it's a bit of a mixture here of not just getting the proportions right, but also understanding how those proportions are going to look and recede in space as you're foreshortening the part of the body that you're attempting to make look more dynamic. So we're looking at this arm over here primarily. You know, I love the pose that she's in. I'm just going to go through here and make some little adjustments to give her a little bit more animation. Like, for example, what we'll do is we're just going to go ahead and we're going to lift this shoulder up a little bit more and dip this one down. All right. And I do like the amount of swing you've got in that chest. That's working beautifully there, so we can keep that as is. And then what we're going to do, you know, once we've got this collar, it's good to try and think of the collarbones almost as separate, right? Separate windscreen wipers that can rotate independently of one another. Now, it's important to also keep in mind that there can be a tilt in the chest that follows the same tilt here. So in other words, the bottom of this side of the chest may dip lower as a result. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a contrasting tilt with the hips. So we're actually going to have this side of the hips dip down a little further. And just that is going to make her body feel a heck of a lot more alive. It's a simple little trick, and I know that you know this already. It's one thing to know it though, and then to actually remember to put it in there, to know how far to push it is a whole other thing. There's a difference between knowledge and knowing, I should say. And I think knowing can take a little bit longer to actually understand and incorporate than the knowledge. You know, it's so true. Like, you can know everything you need to know, like as far as the knowledge is concerned, but then actually implementing it, assimilating that into experience is a whole other ballgame. Okay, so then once we got the bones in place, you can think of these building blocks as the bones. We're going to come in here and we're going to draw out the legs and the hips. All right, then what we want to think about is, if the hips are going to be bent like that, how should the leg be positioned? And I'm thinking, just because she seems like a pretty cool chick and she's clearly fairly strong, we're going to give her a little bit of a wider stance and actually pull her leg out in this direction. And what you'll notice is I'm extending that upper leg. Now you might be thinking, well, Clayton, it was shorter because I was foreshortening it. But I'm making this judgment call based on the rest of her body here. And the rest of her body...
If you can see, she's, like, this definitely is great, and there's definitely good stuff, but you can see what the actual pose she's in. The last panel on the page might be obscuring it a little bit, but she's leaning against a wall, her left leg, her foot is up against the wall there. She's putting all her weight on her right leg.
Okay, right leg.
Yeah.
So that'd be like my right, like this one here, or her right over here?
Her right.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, we would have to tilt the hips in the opposite direction.
In the opposite direction, okay.
Yeah, because if she's leaning she's leaning on this leg, for example, that's going to push the hip
Yeah.
up. So
I
whatever the
think that was sort of what I
stabilizing leg
was
is.
trying to do, like trying to get the hips to look like that, because I looked at some photo references of people leaning on walls like that, where they put all their weight on one leg and put the other foot up
Yeah,
against the
sure.
wall, and that was
You
sort of how
know,
it was looking. So,
let's go ahead and we'll have her leaning on this one just because we've made it to this point.
oh, okay.
And
We can do
we
that.
can go ahead, just so that I'm not redoing all of this. If you want to mix it up, you've got the knowledge there to do it, to swap it over. But what we can do here is we could just as easily go ahead and bring this leg forward. If she was, say, taking, this leg and pushing it forward and then sort of coming back into the wall like this, we could do that. Is that sort of what you had in mind, like as
Yeah.
far as where the leg was going to be positioned?
Yeah, like that.
Maybe like the opposite on the way around, but
Yeah.
okay, there we go. And then this one would be, going back in the opposite direction. So, that actually looks pretty good. Cool. So this leg, in this example, she's leaning on, and this one she's sort of got it more relaxed. Cool. And then the arm is in a pretty good position here. It's probably about where it needs to be as well, as far as its measurements are concerned. So we can go in here and just basically retrace your steps there. And we could say that the forearm is coming forward here. Now the interesting thing about that is there is some foreshortening that's going to be involved. And this is really where the art of foreshortening comes into play. Remember what we were saying about knowledge and knowing. We have the knowledge there that tells us, all right, what is closest to us is going to expand. It's all just about cylinders and this and that. But then really knowing how to manipulate the shape as it's coming forward is the other big factor here that's actually going to determine if it works. Now, I'm drawing through the panels behind her because, we need to know what's going on behind them to properly structure the figure. And then here we go with her hand. Now, the interesting thing about her hand here is that it probably needs a little bit more of a scaled up representation. Just looking at the size of the rest of her body and the size of her head. And I'm not going to do a super great job on the hands here, but we could say that the pinky is going to come up there. Really what I'm concerned with is just getting the scale right on this. It's probably going to be more like that big. Okay, and then this arm over here. So this is really the main issue, is her arm on this side. And we can actually position the elbow here if we want. The problem isn't the positioning of the elbow, it's how we've shaped the limb links that join the shoulder to that elbow. And so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to sculpt those out as best we can. We understand that, all right, this upper arm must be going back in space. So I'm going to create this guideline. It's going to wrap around the belly, the cylindrical form that's going to represent her upper arm there. And that's going to pull back in space. Now, when I say pull back, if I was going to simplify it down into like a simple shape, it'd be something like this. Okay, as opposed to pulling it back in this fashion. You can see how there's a very minimal amount of morphing there, and it doesn't really feel like it's been as pushed back as this one here. So what we're really doing is just we're making that bottom bit smaller because it's further back, and then we're sort of taking some artistic liberty here and bending the walls of that cylinder toward that point. Except on your example with the lady, she's got anatomy involved. So in that case, we're taking biceps and we're taking triceps, and we're applying the same sort of approach, just on a bit more of a developed level as far as the shape is concerned. Okay, but then we have the forearm coming forward. And so we have basically a repeated version of what happened over on this side of the body. You know, I'm already noticing some proportional errors on my one over here. So, you know, they creep up on you, that's for sure. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this arm, and then we're going to really expand that quite considerably. So we're looking at more exaggerated foreshortening on this side. Why is it more exaggerated? Because there's a smaller amount of space between the elbow and the wrist. And then I'm going to do like a sort of fudged representation of a hand here. I'm going to make it look a little bit like a hand, but not actually flesh it out at all. We'll save that for the proper critique. But there we have it. So you can see there that this forearm here, even though it does require a little bit more tweaking to get completely right, it's feeling like, oh, okay, like it's not that it's shorter than it needs to be. It's just we needed to represent it properly coming forward toward us. And that can, you know, that can just take a long time to really figure that out and to get it looking right in a way that actually works. Because the truth is, Keith, it is guesswork a lot of the time. Like when you're at this stage, it really does become a situation where, okay, I'm guessing my way to victory here, and I'm going to do that by assessing what looks good on the page. And that knowing what looks good is the challenge. And you only get to know what looks good through repeated experience and familiarity with what it is you're drawing. Like when you know what a bicep truly looks like from all angles, when you get a feel for that form, for that shape, you can tell when it's not working, no matter what angle you're observing it on. Okay, and then once that's done, we're going to go back up to her head, and we're going to take a look at that. We might drop it down a tiny bit further to here maybe. And here's the other thing. We can sort of leave the tilt of the head as is, because in the end, it's actually tilted now in the opposite direction to the shoulders with our new positioning there.
That was what I was trying to do on the first run, because you had given me a lot of insight on like creating twists in the planes of, like, you don't want the face and the torso and the pelvis all facing in the same direction, because that's a stiff looking person. I was trying to say, all right, I want her head pointed that way, chest pointed that way, and trying to think, okay, now take that, lean it against a wall, have her looking cool while she's doing it.
And to be honest, you did a pretty good job of that. You know, it is easy to miss all the tilts sometimes. So, you know, I actually would have let it slide. It just so happens that, hey, you know what? We have an opportunity here to enhance that pose even further. And I'm just drawing in a little bit of a face there, but you can see here what I've done is essentially elongated it, the face a little bit. And then we've got her hair. I'm actually going to expand that a little bit in certain areas just to help create an even better silhouette. And you know, the reason that I'm also adjusting the head size is just based upon the shoulder width that we've got going on here. Like, obviously she's a pretty built female character, so she is going to have those broader shoulders. And the hairstyle situation that we've got going on here is just me really balancing things out visually with her design. But these are just minor changes that, you know, I'm not saying that you should have to go ahead and recreate the look of your character at all. Certainly only exaggerated as much as the original design will allow. But I think that this is a pretty good series of adjustments that we can make to the character to sort of improve the situation here. Now, the other thing that you were talking about is whether or not these panels actually flow and read effectively, and I think that they probably do as much as they need to. Obviously, you can always like push it to the absolute max. For example, here we're looking at a direct front-on view of this hotel. I believe it's a hotel that we're looking at, or a bar of some kind.
Yeah.
And the thing is, as we've talked about many times before, this is a very like straight down the line, confrontational representation for anything that you draw. So, you know, there's that, but it can also feel a little bit flat. Now, you managed to avoid that here in this particular case, just with the fact that we're looking at the corner of the building, which is cool.
I did not avoid that in the first draft of this. I had just a
Yeah.
flat-on shot of the side of a building. It's like, well, that's not fun. Like, let's put it at least so that the angle is coming at you. And it's
Yeah.
like it's a corner store. It's like, that's cool.
For sure, for sure. The other thing that I'm going to mention here, Keith, is that this is a very cropped representation of the environment. And the thing with an establishing shot is it's really there in terms of the role that it serves to establish the characters grounding in the world as well as the readers. And here we're missing out on a lot of that. We're sort of almost looking through a keyhole into the scene, where everything else outside of that is cropped. So here's what a more effective establishing shot would be if this is the purpose of the panel that we're talking about. You know, we really want to see the grandness of this hotel. Like, we want to see what it looks like in its full context, its positioning in the world. And you have to mess around with that sometimes. Like, I know for me, I'm constantly hitting the zoom button, the shrink button, and I'm pulling the camera out and pulling the camera out, because inevitably we want to draw any point of focus up really close because it's the point of focus, right? But let's say that this is the hotel, and I'm not sure how big the hotel is or what sort of design you had in mind for that. But we could say, you know, something like this. There might be a little bit of a fence out here. There might be a main road that it's on. We could have a bit of a focal point in the foreground with maybe a car here going along the street, potentially. It's kind of like covering the bar, so we don't want that necessarily. But, you know, maybe there's some stairs leading up to it. Maybe there's some people walking in there. And you could have some foreground elements. You know, maybe there's some people out here. You could have a tree in the background. You know, if it's supposed to be a city, you could really describe the vibe of the city. For example, if it was like, you know, in Japan, you know, you might have some lights hanging up over here, just some lamps. And, you know, this allows you to just add a real vibe to the world. You could add clouds, you know, with different weather conditions. Maybe these lamps are actually blowing in the wind. Add a chimney to the top. Have some smoke coming out the chimney of the hotel. You know, that adds story element. It's like, oh wow, so it must be cold for them to have that chimney on, right? Tells us a little bit about what's going on in that world. And by the way, I'm assuming that it's a bar or hotel, so if it's not, if it's like a gym or something, please forgive me.
No, that works. That works. You're pretty much on the money for what type of vibe this place is supposed to be.
Okay, cool. And, you know, if you just change that first panel, you can get away with this close-up shot that's basically side on of the, you know, I think that's great. Just leave it as is. You know, you may, if there's a certain person that this is focused on, you know, I see a cigarette there, you actually may want to have that person's hands either putting out the cigarette or holding the cigarette. You know, maybe they're getting rid of some ash, you know, and it's being ashed into the ashtray, right? Again, all this is a little bit more story that we can add in. And you could have the dialogue. It shows that there's a person there. It's not so much about the jar, the glass of whiskey or whatever it is. Yeah. Now it's about the person who's drinking the whiskey, and obviously hands are very like expressive too. So that can tell us a little bit more about the person. And then this bottom shot, really solid. Yes, you know, keep on developing that. Mm-hmm. Obviously just make sure that the perspective is on point with it. We always want to focus on that perspective. Okay, so you're going to want to add in these lines and just make sure that everything's ship-shape there. Keith? I love this shot. Absolutely beautiful. Done and dusted there, that's great.
And if I edit down the dialogue box, you'll actually be able to see more of it.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And I do suggest a good amount of editing on that, Keith, but yeah, this is the main changes that I would suggest with this page. You really get a lot of bang for your buck turning up to these studio sessions lately, huh, Keith?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Lately, yeah.
All right.
Well, as I like to say, that's why I'm here. If you weren't like giving this type of feedback, like why join this academy? Like the point is for you to come in and be like, there's stuff to do here.
Exactly. And that's the whole reason to be here and to, you know, get this kind of feedback to make you better. I think it's important to be open. When you think that you're already good and your art is perfect and you want it to be perfect, it's actually a lot of pressure. You know, it's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. It's much better to accept that, hey, my art, it's not actually perfect. It's far from it. It's got its own uniqueness, you might say. And that uniqueness can be tightened up and it can be refined. But it's not perfect. It's me as I am right now, and that's okay, as far, you know, in terms of my skill progression. And that means that when you do get feedback, instead of seeing it as an insult, you see it as value, something that you can use, and so you're open to it. That's why you see a lot of the smartest minds out there, such as Elon Musk, for example, who will just, you know, take advice from a nobody who has an opinion on what it is he's doing, as long as it's not actually insulting him. But I've seen that before, where he'll, somebody will start to give him advice, and he'll actually sit there and listen to it,
Yeah.
because there's no piece of advice that you get is going to be not valuable, right? Like everything does have some value to it, whether it's confirming that what you're doing is already correct, or confirming that it's maybe got a little bit more work to go. Like if you're already doing the right thing and their advice is clearly like validated that you're already doing the right thing, because of how wrong it is, then that's good. That's actually good information to have. And if it's something that's usable, that's going to make you better, then awesome, doubly awesome,
Yeah.
right? It's a win-win.
Yeah. No, I would see there's a similar thing where that happens, where I've seen videos of this happening, where professional UFC champions, it was a video of this champion of the UFC, like undefeated champion of the UFC, had like 20 fights, and there was a behind the scenes footage of him at his gym training with other people, and someone else is like doing work with someone else on like a move, or trying to do like a hold with a wrestling move, and the champion, is just locked in on the advice, like actively. It's like, yep, okay, now show me that, now show me that, now show me that.
Yeah.
Like never leaving the learning stage. Like it doesn't matter how good you think you are, like there's always ways to get advice from somebody.
For sure. And I think it's just such a smart way to navigate, especially as you gain more experience and you get further down the track. You can become set in your ways and closed off to new approaches. And, sometimes it's due to laziness, pretty rarely. Sometimes it's due to just feeling like, hey, haven't I put in enough time to be good yet? Hasn't this journey ended for me yet? What the hell is going on? Sometimes it can be that. Sometimes it can be just, feeling offended, feeling insulted, which, let's face it, most people are. Unless they've got this insight that I'm talking about, most people are not going to like to get advice on what it is they're doing. And that's fine, but as an artist, you should definitely be open to it, I think, if you want to make progress in a speedier way. I used to get a lot of advice anyway when I put myself out there a bit more. I still do on the things that I'm working on. And sometimes it's absolutely trash advice that would actually make me worse. Other times, and that's a good thing to know. It's like, cool, this is great. Don't do that. Keep doing what you're doing. Other times, it's like, oh, wait a second, I missed that completely. Good point. Or let me try it out. I've always been willing to try things out, Maybe it will work. Maybe it won't. Draerix says, hello, Clayton. Oh, I'm Ekaterina. Hey, good to see you. Ekaterina. Sorry. Ekaterina. Yes, been chatting with Ekaterina a little bit over the last week or so. And really amazing to see you here, that you popped in. Funny, could connect with one of your classes in Vivo. That's great. If it's possible for some class to connect with you all with the cam, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you can do that. I've actually sent the link to it in the email. So if you click on that link, you'll be able to jump in here, just like Rex has done. What's up, Rex?
Hi, sorry I'm late.
No, not at all.
I was wondering where you were.
Rex, you missed all the feedback Clayton was giving me. Went through this whole page.
I saw some of it, but it's just the arm bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a good one. Glad you were able to make it though. And yep, Ekaterina, if you want to jump in, certainly click that link in the email and you'll be able to. Alrighty, what have you been working on, Rex?
Once I get it up for you, I've been.
Yeah, I'll let
slacking.
you get it together. And
Yeah, I've been slacking a bit though.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
no,
too.
no, I mean,
Me too, a
sorry, not
tiny bit.
slacking on my own stuff, not slacking on art. I've been doing art pretty much every day, which has been driving me nuts, but yeah,
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, you
yeah.
haven't stopped your hand moving, which is great. So you're working on another project at the moment. Is that the idea?
Yeah, I've got a commission. I think I told you about
Yeah.
it.
You did. You did.
Yeah. Can't see anything. Yeah.
And how's that progressing? How are you
Good.
enjoying
I've
that
got.
experience?
It's not bad. I'm surprised. I'm pretty chill about it. I thought I'd be a bit more iffy, but no, I'm actually share screen. Just give me a second to actually get
Yeah,
something.
go ahead. I'm going to let you load up here, and we'll jump back to Keith for a moment. Just one thing I wanted to mention on this page, Keith, this other page that you're working on currently, is just the positioning of these characters here. Okay, and this can be a little bit tricky to actually get right. Obviously, we're looking down on them here. Let me go ahead and just drop the opacity on that one a bit more, I should say. Okay, wonderful. So, let's say that just based on this guy's shoulders, that our perspective grid is going to run along these lines. Okay? And then we'll say that the other vanishing point is maybe going to have some perspective lines that run in this direction. And, something at this scale, you can sort of eyeball it. I might be jumping the gun there, saying that you can eyeball it. Like, I don't want to assume that you'd be able to just guess it. But, it's not like you're drawing a massive cityscape here, right? Like, the camera's quite pulled into these characters. So this really, ideally, should be enough to go on. And then it's a matter of placing these characters into the scene. Now, what's quite interesting is that we're almost nailing it, actually, with the height of these characters. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we got this guy's. I'm going to simplify these characters here for a moment. We got this guy's head over here, football head number 1. And then what we're doing, essentially, when we pull these characters apart in space, we're really taking, like, assuming they're the same height and the same sort of, they've got the same sized head. What we're doing is we're essentially taking that and we're expanding it with the perspective that we've established, and then we're placing it down here. Okay, so this is head number 2. And that's scaled up accurate. Now, this is assuming that they're both like facing each other directly like that, both standing in front of one another. Obviously, if they weren't, such as, for example, this guy up here, well, what we then need to do is we kind of need to make sure that we're, we're placing him in the correct position. So, for example, for him to be positioned here, right, we need to follow this perspective grid, and his head's going to land about there. Now, if we're pulling him back in space a little bit further, his head may shrink beyond that point, but his head size, let's say that we were pulling him back further behind this other guy. Well, you can see how that scales his head down. And I got to say, it is sort of in the position that it needs to be in, funnily enough, which is pretty
That's
cool.
not bad.
That's not
Kind
bad
of
at
lining
all.
up.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I'm impressed with that. That's great. See, your eye must be improving with this stuff.
Hopefully.
Okay, and then this is going to be the other head there, and hey, let's have him facing forward like this. Okay, sweet. So then comes like obviously the proportions and whatnot, and I feel like these guys need to have maybe slightly larger, well, longer bodies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, just for the sake of the proportions. So we're going to go ahead, bring this body down here, torso, and then we're going to have the leg there, coming down like so, and then of course the arms. Now, you know, there's always going to be parts of the character that is cut off, you know, if it's cropped. Sometimes you don't want to frame the character perfectly so that everything fits in. So we're just going to assume that this arm is going to come off the page. The reason I say that is don't feel like you need to try and squeeze it in there. Okay, so that's the pecs there, and can even thicken
So a
up
little
that.
bit earlier. So what you're saying is to make sense with the head perspective, with
Yeah,
the way these two guys are positioned right now versus where she is, I should probably scale her up a little bit.
scale her up a little bit. Yeah, so what we're going to do with her now is we're going to resize her body, and you know, same deal with, you know, you can see that the arch of her rib cage is probably going to land about there on the front of her body because we're following this perspective grid there, or grid line. And the thing is that you don't have to do it every time. It's just a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, so the hips, for example, on this side of her body, probably going to land around about here. So we're taking that into consideration. And look, she might have a shorter stature, right? She might be shorter than him, in which case you would actually have to drop that. Now, how do you then figure out where everything lines up in space in that case, if the head height isn't the same? Well, let's say that she's half a head shorter, right? Let's say that her head actually lands about here on this guy. Well, that's fine, because then you can just draw the grid guide from that point in order to find the positioning of her head in comparison to his height at the positioning that we've got her in inside the scene. All right, so, you know, even though this feels very technical and very confining, if you want to nail it, you can, and still have that variation that, well, makes everything look much more natural and realistic. Okay, and then of course we have her arm there. Now this guy in the back, we're going to resize his body a little bit, get that drawn in there. We're just going to draw a bit of a silhouette for him for now. But that's sort of the main changes that I wanted to talk about there. You know, everything else is sort of in progress. Just keep in mind what I've said here, you know, on this bottom panel, same kind of deal. You're going to want to keep these lessons in mind as much as possible. But I hope that helps, Keith. It's a lot to take in, but I do hope that it helps you out there and that you found it valuable. Okay, awesome. We've got Will in the studio. What's up, Will?
Yeah, this
Good
has
to
been
see
great
you
stuff.
here.
Gentlemen and lady.
Will,
Lady.
we're on YouTube, so just keep that in mind.
I will keep that in mind.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I just thought I should give you a warning this time.
No, that's
you know?
a smart move.
But yeah, it's awesome to have you here. Of course, it's been a little while getting the
It
gang
has been
together
a little while.
now.
I've been very busy. Our schedules have not quite meshed.
No.
I just love how you need a warning. Whenever you enter
Yeah.
the chat, just
Yeah.
Gotta give him a bit of a warning. That's
no, I
all
meant
right.
he was the warning.
I was.
There's no swearing in this Christian Minecraft server.
No swearing. No talking to dude. So I've been trying to do my own shows and stuff, right? So
Oh
I
yeah.
have the
Tell us.
power lunch, right? Which I'll do randomly throughout the week, and then it's not a drawing stream. It's just talking about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
While you're having lunch.
well, it's at lunchtime. I'm not
Yeah.
eating,
Gotcha.
on that stream. But I have this guy who's doing the Crossbones crew. Seth Englehart, I think was his name.
Okay.
But it's an all ages book, right? And I told him, I'm like, I'm going to keep it PG for you because it's all ages.
Yeah.
And that, I broke it a couple of times, I'll admit.
You broke it? Yeah. You couldn't help yourself.
Well, I mean, shoot. It was
You
funny.
will.
I'm not
You
going to
are
say
will.
it on your show, but, it is what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, it's a
Hey.
good time. And then I've been doing Comicsgate Goth Nights on Sunday nights, which can go
Goth? Did you say goth nights?
Goth Nights.
Oh, cool.
Comicsgate Goth Nights. So I do that. And,
Okay,
we'll have
cool.
people on. Apparently, we're going to have Bosch Foston on next Sunday to talk about Pigman. And so
Oh yeah, cool.
I have to be prepared for that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Now, is there any actual goths on there?
I think only one.
Right.
Because Dr.
gotcha.
Ben, the guy who does the show, it's his show. Like, I don't make graphics or anything for that. I just show up and
Yeah.
talk or whatever. And so he actually went to jail for murder because he had gone to this goth night, this goth club, right, when he was younger.
Okay.
And this dude and his girlfriend, he was, young kid, he decides to go to this club. It's kind of a risque club.
Yeah.
Her and her boyfriend picked him to kill that night, right? Like they were
Right.
going to murder him.
Yeah.
They end up murdering someone else, and then he ends up getting thrown in jail for it.
If I had a nickel
Yeah.
for every
Where have
time
I
this
heard
happened
this
to me.
story before?
I think I've told you this story before.
Right.
But
Right.
anywho, he got out of prison because the dude ended up confessing because
Oh,
they
that's
ended up
nice.
getting put together in the same block, and the guy found Jesus. So
Oh wow.
yeah, he was in jail for something else, and then good
There
old
you
Dr.
go.
Ben convinced him to go ahead and confess to beating that person to death with a champagne bottle.
Well, lucky him. That's scary that you can just get locked up, even
I
though it
know.
wasn't you. That would
Be in there
suck
for
so
for
much.
years.
You would just lose all faith in the justice system after that.
Oh man,
You'd be like,
I
but I'm
have zero
innocent.
faith in the justice system.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit like that sometimes. It's a bit like that, isn't it? But, that's why we need a Batman or a Superman. We need the vigilantes, right?
I've often thought about what I would do with superpowers, and
Yeah.
I've decided that I should not have superpowers for the good of all mankind.
What superpowers
Good
would
of
you have,
everyone.
Will?
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I've thought about.
The boys.
You know, One Piece, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I-
imagine if you were a lightning man. You know what I
a
mean?
lightning man would be pretty cool.
So nobody could touch you because your body is lightning, right? Their stuff would just pass right through, and you could electrocute whatever you want. You know what I mean? And you could
Yeah.
turn into a light and travel around like lightning and stuff. Or you could be a lava man. How'd you like
lava
to be a
man
lava
would be
man?
cool.
I think
I
that'd
wouldn't
be
mind
great.
being a lava man.
Dude,
You'd
I know
be-
everyone
just
hates
cook a
him,
steak with your
but,
hands, huh?
but he's one of my favorite characters. I know everyone hates him because of what he
The
did to
lava
Ace,
man,
but I
Akainu.
fucking love him. Yeah, I love him.
Wait, this is
Yeah.
One Piece?
One Piece, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
They
I'm
get really
totally
cool
out of the
powers.
loop on One Piece.
One Piece is amazing.
I'm glad you like it.
It's based. I
it's
actually
not
got
for everyone.
somewhat into Jujutsu Kaisen now, but only because of Gojo. Only because of Gojo.
I'm on like episode
I didn't
12
like
of Jujutsu
Gojo.
Kaisen.
It's just so boring without Gojo, so I skip ahead, and then I've got my cousin who's actually watched everything, and she's telling me stuff that I'm supposed to know because I'm like, I've watched it, I've just skipped ahead a lot. So, yeah, I don't know everything that happens in there because it got boring. No offense to the other characters, but it got really boring.
Yeah.
That's why you skipped ahead.
Yeah.
I like that
That,
scene
what'd they do
where
with Gojo?
I like that scene where he's in the fight with the lava guy and he says like, "Well, in simple terms, you missed me."
Yeah.
I love him so much. Oh, he's so cool.
He's like, "Hey, come here, touch me." Ah, come on, come on, it's fine.
That's
Fun
awesome.
character.
All right. Rex, can we take a look at what you're working on?
Oh, yeah, sure. Just doing Daydream again.
Daydream. All right, let me see if I can get it up here. There we go.
What?
Wow. Oh my goodness. Have you like
Yeah,
intensely rendered out his flame head?
He's not flame, it's smoke.
His smoke head.
You
I
gotta stop
apologize.
calling it flame.
You got to use
Yeah.
your lines. You got to curve your lines up.
Oh wow, I see his face. I just saw his face. Damn.
Yeah, so
that
we've
is
got
some
him, and then
Bernie
we've
Wrightson
got-
level stuff.
Angelic chick. Oh, I've got the first Daydream page done too.
Oh cool.
Yeah, I
That's awesome.
changed the bottom one because it wasn't really meshing with the rest of the work, and then I changed what I was initially going to do into this one instead. Because I figured it needed like a full panel for like an
Oh
introduction.
yeah, gotcha. Yeah. And who's the female character?
Jaga.
Nice one.
She's got a cool name too.
Yeah. Yeah. Have we seen her before?
Yeah,
Like-
she's the antagonist.
Yeah. Like I've critiqued her character design before.
Yeah, she was when I did the big picture one, the one where I did the necromancers.
Ah, gotcha. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, beautiful pose on that one.
I'm just trying to figure out at the moment how I make her shiny, but right now I'm just trying to get her three-dimensional. But I'm not going too
quite-
heavy.
I'm
Yeah.
quite impressed on the shading there.
Thank you.
That's very nicely done.
always
Especially
nice when you have a
for a female
reference.
character. You know, like it's hard to add rendering to female characters and make it look good.
Well, it's fortunate that she's somewhat athletic.
Yeah.
But she's also kind of it's I'm trying to get the rendering to look a certain way because I need to make her kind of not transparent but not really there. So I'm trying to be a bit what's the word I'm looking for? Frugal with what I'm doing with her.
Yeah.
So I probably
No,
won't
that's a
do any
good thing.
hard lines or anything.
Yeah, no, that's a good choice. Feeling some, you know, Druna vibes come through a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I've got a problem now. Since I started drawing Druna, now I can't draw women non-Druna.
Really?
Yeah, it's gotten bad.
Well, that's good. I mean, you know,
I should actually show you. I recently drew it. Hang on.
yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
I recently drew this chick, and I was like, I didn't intend for her to look like Druna, but then she did, and I'm like, okay, whatever,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Oh, I
this
guess
looks so good.
Thank you. Sketchy.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
The ink style is fantastic.
Sketchy.
Man, I want to do a tutorial with you now, so you can show me how to do that. Because
If I remember.
sketching with ink is it's a little bit of a mind bender because usually when we're inking, we're on the final phases of an artwork and we're polishing it up, and so you know, sketching is not necessarily associated with it. But I just
Well,
think
you've seen
this
how
is such a
refined I
cool
get.
style.
So it's
Yeah.
So yeah, I get more refined than that.
I mean, I even think this could be called done and could be a style that you use in a comic, on a comic book page. Like,
Just
yeah,
in case
it's
I want to
good.
half-ass it, just sketch it really quickly. Done.
Yeah, I mean, for half-assing, this is a pretty good end product. So,
Oh, I
yeah,
get
awesome
more
stuff.
detailed than that. I mean, I get super detailed. So
Yeah,
that's not done. But my
it's not done.
my skelly chair looks nice though.
Yeah, it looks very good. I
Thank
like
you
the
for
way
helping me
you've
with
got
that
him
too.
fading into that environmental fog there too.
Yeah, feet man.
It's good. Very good.
Otherwise, that's how that first page is going, which is nice. And then
Yeah, wonderful.
and then back on Jager. At least I think that's how you pronounce the name. Spelt weird.
Oh, well.
I always look at it like Jaeger, like Jaeger bombs. So maybe I'll just use that.
You could. It'd be good to know how to pronounce the name of your own character.
The name's actually from, like, there's actually like a really hellish reason for the name.
Okay, cool.
It's some demonic being that's like it's like in some book. I freaking can't remember where I found it. But
Yeah,
it's
you did a
supposed to
little bit
be
of
like
research.
it's supposed to be like some sort of Grand Duke of Hell or something like that has dominion over the waters and like whirlpools and stuff, like naval ships, like sinking them, which is cool.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Very nice. So there's a little bit of an origin to the name of this character.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of the origin is going to be attached to her. And whether or not names just tend to change throughout history.
Yeah, it doesn't have
And
to
they
have
just
anything
get,
to do with it.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, Katrina, I can see that. I can see that message. Tried to connect with the cam. I try different Explorer. I work with Mac, but no one get the option to connect. Oh, okay.
There's your problem.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's a Mac. Wait, why can't
If you use, there is 2 links in the email, so just make sure that you're clicking the right one, the invite. I believe it's the first link in the email.
Oh, hang on, if
And-
it's a Mac, you might need to download the app, SteamYard.
StreamYard, yeah.
That one. So you might need to download that.
Or, can you get Chrome on Mac? I'm sure you can get Chrome on Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah, so download Chrome because Chrome should allow you to connect. Yeah. Have you got Chrome on your laptop? On your Mac? If you download that, and then what you can do is in the email that I sent out this morning, hopefully you got it, let me know if you did, and you can essentially click the first link in that email that you see, and it should allow you to connect into here. So you take a shot at that, Ekaterina. Oh, okay. Look, let me, I'm just going to drop the link into the chat here for you. So you can click that link. I'm going to drop it in there. And if you take that link and put it into your browser, you should be able to connect, hopefully, particularly if you're using Chrome. And we'll see. Otherwise, it just might be a bit of a technical issue, unfortunately. Oh, well, we've got Hiram who's just joined us. And we have got, yep, it looks like Ekaterina, you've made it in here.
Hello,
Hey, how you doing? See, we can hear you and everything.
I make it read. Give me a second. I will put another audio.
Mm-hmm. I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing your microphone there, but I can, we can still hear you. But let me see here. I can make you bigger actually to see what it is you're working on. That's great.
Oh wow, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Is that paint or alcohol markers?
I'm sorry. I must to equalize the sound.
Oh, okay, I see. You can't hear us? Yeah, that's all right. You'll have to go into your settings. You'll have to jump into your sound settings for that one. Into audio.
Hello.
And
Now is better. Now,
hello, can you hear us?
now, now
No,
I sound you better. Um,
that's all right.
my English is not so good. I'm sorry. Uh, I
That's
want
okay.
to show you. This is the gift that I do for you. And this is your work.
Yeah.
I just searched some image in the internet that I find, and I interpreted it, and it's traditional work.
Yeah. I recognize this character. I feel very honored.
Uh, mixed. I use different. Uh, thank you. I very how it said, very emotional to be with all of those people
Ah.
because I'm only autodidact drawing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's my honor to be with you and compare a little of my heart and passion. And
Ah.
this gift is to give the things to be so beautiful, patient, attention,
Oh,
and
you're very
so
welcome.
thank you.
You're very welcome, Ekaterina. It is amazing to have you here, and I feel so honored that you've gone ahead and you've drawn this wonderful character, Borok, one of the characters that I created back in the day. And it's, your interpretation is fantastic. I love the level of detail that you've got there. And yeah, I'm glad that you're a part of the Academy. And I hope that it's been inspiring for you, that it's helped to get you back into drawing and to keep you on track and to help you to remain inspired and on the path to
Hello,
taking your art to where you want it to be.
I can show you my face if you want. I use just
Oh yeah, sure. There you are.
uh,
Hello. Give everyone a
I
wave
use
there. It's
camera
Hello.
Ekaterina.
that is for my drawing.
No, that's great. It's good to have you here, and awesome to be able to watch you draw like that too.
Hello,
So, thanks for showing us.
uh, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, awesome. Well, that's Ekaterina, everyone. She's managed to join us. Wonderful to have her. We also have Hiram here. Hiram, you've popped in. It's been a while since we've been able to chat with you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Can hear you, yes.
Hey, it's been a while since I been here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there might be a bit of an echo coming through on your end.
Oh, yes. Maybe I have the speakers.
That's all right. Yeah, no echo now, so that's cool. Or not, at least not much. But How you been? What have you been working on?
Not much. I recently started again with the drawing,
Oh, okay.
and that's it. I wanted to reconnect again with the academy.
Oh, you'd taken a break from drawing?
Yeah, not that I wanted to, but things to do.
Oh, look, life takes over sometimes, you know. It's
Yeah.
and it leaves little time for our
Mhm.
passions.
Yeah, and I just saw the mail in my inbox, so click the link, and here I am.
And here you are. That's awesome. Yeah, I did send that email out to probably some of the previous members of the academy would have gotten it. Just wanted to make sure I got everybody. But
Now
yeah.
I listen to better because I could identify the source where I have a repeat sound and could it.
Ah,
Um,
yeah. No,
I I live in Spain and here is 5 of the morning and I
it,
have a little more time to be uh, um, no sleeping because if not, always will be um, told me go to sleep. you know.
my goodness, 5 o'clock in the morning. That's late.
Yeah,
That's the time that I'm staying up to sometimes.
yeah. I always live in the night and drawing in the night when my daughter sleeping. My daughter has 6 years, and where she is sleep, I can draw freely.
It's a good
But
time to draw at that time.
yeah, it's the best time I think because it's quiet. It's you can be inspired, you can be relaxed to connect with your emotion and ideas. And um, I love this time to draw. I always draw from something about 10 or 15 to 3, 4 a.m. I'm in
Yeah,
the
wow.
I'm never sleep. you
Yeah.
know.
No, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. But yeah, it's who can blame you when it's it is very peaceful to draw at that time, and it's when we're oftentimes our most creative is at night. So
Yeah,
it's a great time to do it.
it's the best time when you connect with your emotion, your things that you live, that you think, that about your reflection and theory.
For
The
sure.
moment when you can be yourself,
Yeah,
um,
absolutely, absolutely.
and and I I never be very good to to up me very early, but I be very good to go to sleep very um uh, how would say last time. I'm sorry, my English. Uh, I never lived in the English world, always only in the Russian and Spanish
Oh, that's okay.
speaking. And
You can
my
speak pretty
English,
good English, I would say,
I
considering.
try, I try, but it's very basic. I know I can defend me, but it's basic. Uh, I just learning English in my school. For this, in my accent is so Russian because I learned English in Russian when
Mm-hmm.
I was grow, and then I always lived in Chile or Spain, and only be 3 days in USA in New York. But when I try to speak English, the people tell me, "Hey, you speak Spanish? Can I speak Spanish with you?" And I can't practice nothing. you know.
Yeah, right. Oh, there you go.
So
There you
you're
go.
Russian.
Yeah,
Can you
my
do the
mother.
Russian? Can you do the Russian handwriting, like the running
Yeah,
writing?
of
You
course.
can.
You can see. Look,
Oh, okay.
It's
I will,
horrific. You've got to see it. It's you
We'll
can't
get a
read it. It's
demonstration.
so bad.
I will show
It's
you.
so bad. It's good. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I can't see shit.
Can't see it.
No,
It's all right.
This
zoomed.
in print, and if you go on monoscript, it's like this.
Hey, oh, well, that looks beautiful.
I'm sorry, it's a lot of years I don't writing a lot of Russian, but yes, I can because I study in Russian school when I had 15. At 15 years, I go to live to Chile. My mother is Russian and my father is Chilean, and they know them together studying in the Russian conservatory because they are classic musicians.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if you see the cigarettes I smoke. I'm very sorry. I know
Oh,
that's not
That'd be-
beautiful. I'm sorry. It's my defect.
oh, that's okay.
Um, for this, I grew the part of my life in Russia. Then I go to Chile. I learn Spanish, and when I have 30, I go to live in Spain, where I live now. I'm a doctor, and this was my some change word, and
Tense world.
my change word. Oh,
changed.
Ah.
I'm sorry. And when I hope in 2021, 20,
Mm-hmm.
I tell you about this legend. I go to Chile because I have my previous things imagine. I come to Chile and Chile was come with a very bad situation now in the criminal way that
Mm.
never be, and I returned to Spain 2 years and a half ago again.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
changed the
right.
country five
Yeah.
times. No, not home country.
Yep. Yep. Awesome. All right, Ekaterina. It is great to hear about your backstory and where you come from, and it would be interesting to visit that part of the world one day. Uh, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a look at what Will's been working on because I'm sitting in suspense here. Will, it's been a few weeks actually since
It
I've
has.
seen your handiwork. So let's take a quick look here and see how Will's been progressing with his book. How's it all going? Last I heard you were redrawing the entire thing.
Well, so here's where we're at. We have the cover.
Oh, that looks good.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Ooh,
And I
nice.
Favorite. I saw that before, but I love that rat.
and it's
I love that
unfortunately
face.
been over 30 days since the last feedback session. But
It's a
Has
very
it really? We're due
beautiful.
for one then.
we are
I love it.
absolutely due for one. So there are pages that I
Mm,
submitted for your consideration in there, but
yeah, we'll go over
there's
them.
page one, which Art of Roy tells me I need to go back and consider putting him more in shadow so that you don't see his armor yet.
Okay.
So I'm chewing on that suggestion, but otherwise this is done.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that.
We got page two, which I need to go in and add some like energy stuff coming off the sword, right?
Yep. Yeah,
So
that'll be good.
There's like just a couple of things on, but this is mostly done. Right.
I think you'd have to have a rim light on the side of his face there if you're going to add the light off of his sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Rim light.
Make it look nice and cinematic.
Yeah, like
Give him
doing
some
stuff
pop.
to the lighting down here, making this one look nice and cinematic, introducing this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Well,
I feel you.
all right, next page.
Oh,
Oh,
my tablet's being dumb.
There's
I
my
have to say
favorite.
goodbye, good night, guys. I work tomorrow, but I
Oh.
will try to connect again with the academy, and it was nice to catch with you again.
yeah, Hiram. Don't be a stranger. The academy is
Sure.
your home. You're always welcome.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night,
Hiram.
Hiram. You have a good
Good
one.
night.
Thanks for popping in.
Thank you.
Hello.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Hello.
So then I think I've pretty much finished this page as well. Although I'd like to go back and make the eye glow. Like I'm gonna
Yep.
make his eye glow better. There's like, once again, mostly finished page here.
Yeah, I mean, that looks great. What are you going to do to his eye? It already looks like it's glowing really well.
Do you think so? I don't know. I feel like I could maybe do something else
Maybe a little
with
bit.
it. I could tweak it.
Man, that
That's
rat
why
looks
I
like it's
draw
about
in
to make a
grey.
home.
Oh yeah. So then I have this page, which this is one that I submitted for feedback. It before the bottom half of this page was like more zombie stuff, more the thralls waking up.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided that I needed more with the guys, getting ready and talking, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be. This is that, right? Where he's calling for aid, and these guys are like, talking. He's like, "Hear me out," whatever. Dialogue. So then this page is mostly finished,
Yeah.
where he's explaining everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a few places that need more rendering or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool.
And then there's this page. So I submitted this for feedback before.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to split the bottom page into two panels, right?
Yeah.
So that it's more like he's reaching for the rat to pull it out,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
He's biting down on that, isn't he?
He's not. He's pulling
He's
it out.
not?
He
He's
doesn't
pulling it
want the
out.
rat in his
Shit.
mouth. He's not hungry. These are not hungry zombies.
I was like, nope, it's going to be another Ozzy Osbourne. I didn't want
These are
it.
trapped souls. The rat wants to eat him. The rat's been eating him. The rat's been eating him for like 15 hours.
So
Just retribution, I guess.
you get another rat crawling in the mouth of a zombie. There's a theme here.
So then he's pulling rats out of him. And this is one that I think I submitted this one as well for feedback. This thing. And he's lamenting what is going on, like what the heck is this? Okay.
Yeah.
Now the next page is one that I'm really chewing on. All right? And I just came up with this page.
Mm-hmm.
And this one,
So you definitely want feedback on this one then.
this one I absolutely want feedback on.
Okay.
Because this is where
Ooh,
I
cool.
want this massive
I like that.
demonic entity coming out from behind the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm trying to make him like you can't see his body. The only part of his body that can take form is his hand right now because the weapons have been forged, right?
Wow.
So he can project himself into the minds of these thralls. He's awakening them. He's conscripting them into his will, right?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And
So what is going to be between the big bad guy at the back and the guy in the foreground?
that's the thing, is it's almost like should I get rid of the mid-ground completely and have it just be like a dream-like sort of thing that's happening to accomplish this? Or do I need to have that gate? I kind of like tilted the gate. I was hoping I could achieve some sort of like altered state sort of thing. I don't know. I'm chewing on it.
You're chewing on it. Look, I'm gonna take a screenshot of it,
Go for it.
and I'll give you a little bit of feedback now. Why not?
Excellent.
All right, there we go.
Because the next page.
Ekaterina, I'm just gonna put your mic on mute for a moment while Will's chatting, because there's a bit of background noise coming through on your mic.
But yeah, the next page is this one, where he's waking everybody up.
Yeah.
Wherever, you know.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Look at that. Again with the claws. You can hear me, can't you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, good. You're not saying anything.
Oh, I'm quiet, I guess.
You're getting shy now.
No, well, you said you had screenshotted it.
Oh yeah, I did. You were showing me something else.
No, I can keep.
I was going to be
keep
polite.
going with the pages because
I was being polite and letting you continue. I was going to go over your page once.
I'm kind of proud of this
finished.
This one, because this is the one that. This is the last one that I got feedback on from you, and I wanted to go back and watch that feedback session, which is why I had messaged you, because I was working off of memory.
Right.
As far as like adjusting the angles and stuff.
I see. And what one was that? You said a particular date.
It was back in February is when I submitted that.
Hopefully I've got that one still. But my goodness, I barely actually remember going over that. But I'll track that down for you.
No worries.
What's that? Yeah, dude, I am. I'm getting old. I'll find that one for you, though, Will.
This is what it originally looked like, if that jogs your memory. It's them they're coming out of the place, and they were going to talk. And this is where I was trying to carve out some space for them to have personalities, you know?
Yep.
But I got rid of that and added it to the previous page.
Yeah, right. No, that's all good.
In a way that made more sense, but yeah.
Cool. Oh well, I'll make sure that I'll try to track down that feedback session. Hopefully, it's still around somewhere, because that's the thing with some of them. Oh, he's on a phone call now. That's all right.
No, it's not. Who's more important than us?
Right?
All right. We'll move on then. Move on. He's lost his chance now. No, it's all right. There's no point in me going over his work unless he's here, though, I guess. But
hey, if you want to teach me how to do glow, that'd be nice. Oh wait,
how
you're doing his.
Glow?
Sorry, never mind. You're doing. Oh wait, no, you weren't. He's left.
He's left for
now.
now.
I need glow. Yeah, if you could show me how to do glow.
You show me what you want glow around, and I'll use that as the example.
My angel lady.
Can you get her up? Oh, wait a second. I've got to get her up.
Because what I want to do is that I've actually had the area kind of blocked. No, go back. Blocked in, so the kind of like it looks like wings coming off her.
Oh.
So they'll be dark.
Yeah.
They'll be in shadow, but the I want some glow coming off her.
Off of her.
I don't know how to do that. Yeah, and I'm gonna have black. It's gonna be mainly black around her, so it should be. It shouldn't be too hard. Oh, look who's back. Look who's back.
Oh, Will.
And I'm back.
He's
Sorry,
come
I
for all
accidentally
that.
took home some keys I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, it was an emergency call then.
That was my work being like, hey, do you have these keys? Because we need to know where these keys are. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Do I have these keys?
There's like some kind of bar heist later, then they'll know who to call.
And it turns out I, in fact, do have those keys.
Cool. There you go. Was your work calling?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Little. The experiment kind of page in traditional comic in process yet.
hmm
Oh, okay. This
Well,
is another panel you were working on, Ekaterina.
Yeah.
That's really
I
cool.
this aquarelle and acrylic and markers used to do this, and I use this one to do the lines a lot,
Ah, very
or
nice.
the traditional bloom like this.
A fine tip pen there. Allows you to get
It's
those delicate lines in there.
it's a study. I love. I can to draw digital. I can show you, but
Yeah.
I love to draw traditional a lot because I think if you want to do better digital art, you first must to can to do it in the paper. Then
Yeah.
you will be better. If not, only in digital, go so on or so rapid, so quick.
Yeah. For
I'm
sure.
sorry to cut to short answer.
Oh
I'm
no, not at
sorry,
all.
man.
That's okay. That's okay. I had to put you on mute before there, Ekaterina, just because there was some background noise coming through on your end.
If you want, I can put off the music. I have the music. I will
It
put
might
it.
be the music coming through,
Yeah, I will
or
put.
just you might be able to lower it, and that might help solve it. But I just wanted to let you know.
I put it off. Now it's better.
Still coming through a little bit there. Sorry, I don't
Oh,
mean to be a nag.
it's a ventilator
Plus,
because we with here with
Thank you.
40 degrees of Celsius, it's hot.
Oh
It's
no, I
summer.
totally get that. I totally get it. What I'll do is, I'll put you on mute for the time being, just because I'm going to go through something with Will here,
Okay, don't
and
worry.
and then what you can do
Don't worry.
is
I
is
will do.
if you and then if you want to say anything, if you got something to add or something you want to talk about, just jump into the chat there and let us know, and or you can
Okay,
bring it up, and
okay,
yeah. So I'll check in with you. Okay, how's that sound?
okay. Don't worry.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty, so Will, let's actually I don't know. I'm getting some other feedback through. Look at me being all pedantic about the sound. Here we go. Let me get my screen up here. I'm trying to find Rex. All right, cool. And then I'll get this one up. So, Will, let's take a look at this one. Alrighty. So it's good, obviously. I mean, you got some skills there, man. You got some skills. And I do like the mountains in the background as well. I'm going to give this a little bit of an overhaul just because I think you can take it.
Oh,
All right?
absolutely. Well, I was going to have to
And-
redraw that mountain anyway because it was cut and pasted from an earlier panel, but I wanted it to be the same mountain, you know?
Yeah. And you know, this might take some rejigging. I do like how he's coming out from behind the mountain there, though. I think that's a promising way for this concept to go. And what we might do is just make them look a little bit more in the distance. I am changing the trajectory of the mountain a little bit there, just to allow for a bit more room. And I'm going to tilt his head to make him look more maniacal. And then the next thing that I want to do with this guy is I want to make his hand more impactful, because that's kind of his thing, is the crazy weapon hands. Now, you'll have to bear with me because I'm not going to get it right on the first go around. Let's see here. I might, again, me focusing always leads to a silent clay, you know.
No, you're good.
But I'll,
You can just occupy ourselves.
yeah, totally. I'm going to increase the size of his fingers here, really push them into the foreground. Like so. I'll probably, of course, rejig them a whole bunch more. But, you know, this is kind of the process. It's not fancy. It's not, you know,
Right.
it's not entertaining, really, in any way. But it does help you to get to where you want to be with the work. And I'm sure you already did this for yourself, trying to work out where these fingers need to go.
Well, I was kind of trying to think. I guess I was thinking more like how was I going to show his like disincorporated form, and so I ended up drawing more of his body and more of his arm. But once again, with his hand being like, you know, a lot of the advice ends up being take what I have and make it bigger and
Yeah.
cooler, right? Because the way he's
Oftentimes,
coming around,
yes.
like the way he's coming around is very like purposeful, but it's like his hand is lower, you know. But yeah, it could be, it could take up much more of the page, and you know, be much more like encompassing. And then you know that obscures his form a bit, and then you know.
But that overlap isn't a bad thing at all.
No,
you know,
not at all.
It's really a great mechanism for depth.
But maybe just because I like drawing elbows, I end up drawing elbows when I don't need to.
Look, it is still cool that, like, I do like the way we can see his arm coming around like that.
Yeah.
You can see I'm completely changing the angle of the hand now. So yeah, that is what very much the creative process is for me. Is sort of just real time adjusting. And I might even take this this entire hand over here. Oops. But you know, this is where things get, you know, this can be a very in-depth fix sometimes, because it is it's something that requires a little bit of guesswork, you know, a little bit of maneuvering around. And I'm wondering, can we even actually get this hand fully in here without cropping it out? Of course, I think we can. I like to think anything's possible. So I might just move it over to that position.
And so like the next page has his hand fully splayed out, and I kind of wanted it to be like a little more
Right.
like he's about to do that.
So it's like clenched in this one, is what you're saying.
So he's almost like here, you know, or like here.
Okay. Okay. So, wait, let me look at you. You're doing an example for me right now, aren't you?
Well, this is something that I made when I was kind of brainstorming this page.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was like, what do I put on this page? I'm like, because I need a page.
That's amazing.
And that's when I
Oh,
started
that's
playing
cool.
with the
What the heck?
animation thing, because I'm like, I want the hand to come out. And at first, I was thinking about doing like panels like stacked on top of one another with like this entity approaching. But then I'm like, let's make the entity like huge. You know what I mean? Because he is. He was when he was real, when he existed. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I went with the big splash page of him reaching out instead. But it's like,
Wait, how many fingers has he got there?
he's got 7 fingers. There's 7 swords.
Wait, is that how many I'm drawing on him?
You
this
don't
piece?
have to, because you're just, showing me a
Still.
composition.
And
I
Clayton
am
just
going
starts
to.
crying. 7
I'm
fingers.
like, whoa, 7 fingers. That's nuts.
At this
Oh, well.
point, I've drawn this hand so many times, I'm used to it. But at first it was a real I had to really noodle it out.
That's a mind bender. All right. Well, let me.
But after doing that animation, I'm like, I should just make a cool little animation. That would be fun.
How long did that
I like
take
that
you?
animation.
This took me like an hour, 2, maybe 2 hours, because I did it before work one afternoon.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to really try to keep to that brief you've come up with there. So this would be the main hand right here. And then we got to have 7 fingers.
Put 5 up top and 2 thumbs.
Oh, so it's 2 thumbs?
Yeah, I gave him 2 thumbs, 5 up top.
And it's just a matter of getting the flow of this hand pose as well. So I got to figure out how to mess it up first, and then.
Well, you can just go ahead and do a 5-fingered hand so that you're not, unless you
I don't
really
know.
want
I
to.
kind of want to challenge myself now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then just give him an extra pinky. There you go.
Is that it? Have I done it?
That's it.
Maybe.
You've done it. Now you just need to give him an extra thumb.
And I'll give him the extra thumb, yeah. He's got a lot of fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to get more, too. Spoiler
Wait, what?
alert. Spoiler alert. He gets more
That's creepy.
fingers. Not on the same hand, though. He gets another hand.
It's like you really thought about how can I torture myself as an artist?
He gets another hand. He'll have a 3-fingered hand. And then he'll keep adding fingers to that other hand.
Okay. All right. I'm feeling something now. I'm feeling something promising. I'm sensing it. It's coming through. Feeling it out. Tends to be what happens. I mean, this is going to be the tutorial of the century, Will. 7-fingered hand. So, I'm not even going to pretend that I'm a professional at all at drawing 7-fingered hands, but this is sort of my approach. And what I'm trying to do here, if you want to know what's going through my head, is I'm just trying to get it to pose cohesively so that it's not so much the individual fingers that I'm posing, but how they should be sitting as if the whole hand is being posed. Kind of like, I guess, the pose of a body, right? You want it all to be moving together. And I think that the situation we run into a lot of the time with fingers and hands is that it feels like they're independent of one another almost sometimes. Okay, but I actually think that's working out all right for us. Thank goodness. And yeah, so the feedback sessions have been a little bit sparse lately. I apologize for that, everybody. We're going to get more of those happening this week. And so if you have something that you are working on, just keep a lookout for the post I'm going to make in the Academy forum for it. We'll probably do it the day, either the day after tomorrow or the next day. Okay, and I'm feeling like, you know what, this thumb could be a little bit more splayed and stretched up in this direction. Or maybe down here. Again, it's all about the flow, right? Bless you.
No, I coughed that time, kind of.
Oh, was that a
I hope I'm
cough?
not coming down with something.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been sick in a long time. I
No,
took
you
these
jinxed
like,
it.
no, I'm all good. I feel confident. Took these like these mushroom supplements like months and months ago, probably like 4 months ago now. And I don't know, man. Ever since then, like I'm not even taking them anymore, but I just haven't been sick, and my family has been. You know, they catch everything, but me, I'm all good. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't tempt fate, right? Maybe you're right,
Yeah,
Matt.
right.
Yep, you jinxed it.
No. It's funny. I should be afraid of that, considering how superstitious. Well, no, I'm not superstitious, but I'm open-minded, for sure. Especially with what they're saying in the in science now. So there was someone who won the Nobel Prize for basically proving that the universe is a simulation, or something along those lines.
Oh, they proved it? Good. I was waiting.
Yeah, they did. They did it with the light and like the light coming off of suns and stuff. From what I'm remembering, and it was essentially a offshoot of the initial experiment that they did, called the I don't know. I think it was the three-slit experiment, where they actually had light particles and light waves being shone through, and the particles and the waves would behave differently depending on whether or not they were being observed.
How
And
can they test that though?
they did it
Not being
because when they weren't observing, they would get light waves projected onto the other side, and when they were observing, it was different. It was light particles. So they were like, "What's going on?"
What does that then mean? A simulation?
Because they're saying that the particles behave differently when they're being observed, which means that if in quantum physics, the whole idea of if a tree falls down in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, does it make a sound?
It still makes a sound. Honest to God.
Still makes
Yep.
sense.
It makes a
Well,
sound.
this experiment says that it may not, if it's not being observed, make a sound in the same way.
I don't know. I'm not fussed with science at the moment. They're kind of boring.
Are they?
Not
You
doing
reckon they're
anything
just
cool.
making it up?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it's interesting how, yeah, they kind of say, oh, this now proves it. And it's kind of like, you guys found the God particle and then didn't really do anything with it. So, yeah, there's
Oh
that.
boy.
Well, that was
Did
all
they really?
nonsense anyway, right? Like they
Have they
thought
actually
they
found
found
it?
it, and then it was like, okay, the term God particle's not really like accurate
Higgs
for what this
boson.
is, you know.
Higgs
Like they
boson.
found? What did they find?
It's the thing that gives matter mass.
They actually found it?
Yeah, it's called the God particle or the Higgs boson.
Yeah. Yeah. I know they were smashing things together to try and find it.
Apparently, they smashed a few things together trying to recreate the Big Bang Theory and ended up creating gold, which was nice.
They created gold.
Yeah, everyone's like, this should be bigger news, but I don't know whether it's fake. I didn't look too much into it. I just keep seeing it on my, because I follow science stuff on my Instagram, and I keep seeing this cropping up, and I'm like, that doesn't sound true though. They really created
Wow.
gold. Get some
That's-
philosopher's stone in there.
That's pretty crazy. But I mean, that would like cause the price of gold to probably lose value if everybody could do that.
Yeah. Which is probably why they killed the scientists.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Wow. Oh man, that's definitely a strange story. That obviously something shady going on with that story.
There's plenty of stories. You're gonna have to be more specific about all these nuclear physicists and that, and all these scientists suddenly
Yeah, I mean
disappearing or
that
dying.
is the story right there.
So many.
Yeah. The fact,
Apparently
especially
it's
the
been
ones that
going
are
on a
still
while.
missing.
Apparently it's been going on a while though.
Oh yeah.
That whole, science, those scientists just disappearing and stuff.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. Which is
You
sad.
mean
Don't
as
get a
in
job.
the last few years?
No, I mean that. What do you call it? I was reading a post on it, and they said that they were going to become like a nuclear physicist or something like that. They were going to go into the sort of government program. Then the father just casually mentioned maybe you should look up what the longevity of that is. And then all
Oh.
these people dying came up, and she's like, you know what? Not
What?
gonna
What?
chance it.
So why? Why does that happen?
Because they're
Because
discovering
free
things they're
energy.
not supposed to.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that
like,
really
didn't
what
that
it is?
plane go down with all those like
Yep.
doctors going to
Yeah.
like some convention about curing cancer and shit, and they all mysteriously died? And yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. That's
Everyone's
scary. Will, is this what you're after? Something along these lines? Is Will still there?
Oh, I'm here. I'm looking. I was playing around on my screen with.
Is this the direction that you're after?
Yeah, I like it.
I feel like we need a little bit more room for the sky there potentially.
Mm-hmm.
But let's take a look here. Yeah, it's like coming out from behind the mountain. And then we've got this guy in the foreground. I'm just thinking, directionally, it might be best to place him here.
Yeah.
And we're going to make him a little smaller, Will. Just a bit smaller to make the massive guy feel more scary and big.
Yeah.
All right. And I like the way that you got his head there. It's kind of, you got that nice opposing tilt between the head and the shoulders. So get that drawn in there, and then, of course, the back. We'll have him, let's pull his body over a bit, have him a bit hunched, like so. I like this side of the neck. This will be a good bend in the neck. Let's make the head smaller though. Again, we want this guy to feel like inferior in comparison. And then we want a little bit of foreshortening, of course, on that arm. I take it his arm is in a bit of a fist?
No,
no.
it's open.
No, it's
Because he
open,
was
yeah.
just reaching towards the sky, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like, I died. Like, my soul should be up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was reaching towards the heavens. And then that's when he noticed this thing coming around the mountain and reaching drawing his attention.
Just imagine that. That'd be scary.
Yeah. You wake up, you're pulling rats out of your body, you know,
As one
hope-
does.
as one does. You're like, what the hell am I still doing here?
So he came back as a zombie then?
Yeah, his soul was sealed inside his body by the weapon.
By the weapon. That's cool.
Mhm.
All right, that's looking a bit better.
And I just
now-
rewrote the ending to issue 1. It's going to be twice as good as it was going to be earlier.
Oh, that's good. So it'll be worth it. It'll be worth the investment
Oh,
of
yeah.
reading the book
Mm-hmm.
and going through to the end.
And also
Okay.
for the drawing. That's why I
Yeah.
buy comic books. It's not really for the stories, it's really for the artwork.
Oh, yeah.
See, I came up with the story before I decided to get better at artwork.
Ah.
This story.
Do you feel like you've
based-
been improving, Will?
Yeah, I'd say I have. You know, in ways.
Well, that's exactly what I did too. I came up with the story first, and then I realized, oh wait, I need to learn how to draw.
Well, I could always
there you
draw, but I thought to myself, because there's example like One Punch Man, right? One wrote this story and he drew it in, his own terrible way on Microsoft Paint, but people read it and it got popular.
He didn't.
He did it in MS Paint, the
You're
original One
kidding
Punch
me.
Man.
What?
And it was a web comic. So that was my original plan, was to just draw it, not good, but people would read it because it's a cool story, right?
Yeah.
This is when I was doing release. But then as I was drawing it, I was like, I should try to make it good, though.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because that's the that's the marketing, right?
It's like I really couldn't help myself. I couldn't bring myself to draw terribly.
No. No, you can't do that. Look, I'm going to have to redo this arm now. It needs more of a bend.
Yeah. Or like reaching out. I wouldn't even because I would drop his shoulder down and have him, because you got him coming out like a genie,
What, this guy here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're giving him like muscles, but he's
Yeah.
like a shadow.
Oh, yeah, I see. You're right.
And
Now
I'm
you're
trying to
telling me,
sit
Will.
here trying to make him wispy and stuff. I like Rex's pictures earlier were giving me some ideas on how I could kind of like texture him out, you know what I mean? Kind of make him
For sure.
more disincorporated.
Happy to help.
Disincorporated. I like that word. All right.
So what is he?
What is he?
Yeah. Is it spoilers? Is it spoilers?
I'm trying to do a non-spoilery version. So basically, these beings, there were many of them, and they used to interact with humanity, and they are the reason we attained souls in the first place, was through our interaction with these entities. But then one of them decided that was wrong, and he wanted to kill us all because he didn't like where this was going, right? He doesn't think that lower life forms should have any sort of divinity. And so he was defeated because the other beings disagreed with him.
All right.
But then, you can't stop humans from being humans. They found his body, the pieces of it, and they're like, what the heck is this stuff? Right? And they made swords out of it.
All right. Why? Was it like
Well, you would.
particularly strong?
Yeah. The Revenant steel blades will straight up cut right through a poorly made weapon. Like metallurgy is going to be a big part of the society, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. So, like for instance, my main character, my paladin character, he has very high class steel. It could, like, a Revenant steel blade would probably nick it, but not like, cut it like butter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
His armor can take a few indirect hits, whereas if you're wearing typical steel armor, a Revenant steel blade with enough force is going to cut right through it like a tin.
Like butter.
Yeah.
So, with this guy in the background, is he like made of flames or some kind of flamey shadow substance?
That's what I'm leaning towards shadow substance, because really he exists in another realm, right? And he can only interact with the mortal realm. He works his will through the weapons, through the people. And in the minds of the thralls, he's able to appear. He's able to take, in
But then
this
he's
way.
got like this, what appears to be solid blades coming out of his hands.
Yeah, because that's the only part of him that like was forged.
Right. Gotcha.
Right.
So then merging those two together becomes the challenge there, but that's okay. We can do that. Anyway, I'm going to add in those blades.
That's the thing, is I didn't even think I was going to show him yet, but then
You couldn't help it.
I couldn't help it, because I counted my pages and I started visualizing. I'm like, okay, I want it to end on a double page spread, and I realized it wasn't. I had to add another page somewhere. And then I'm like, this is actually the perfect place to add a page, because this is cool.
All right. Now, obviously, you could tweak the length of these to whatever you want. And then for the rest, because he's sort of like this shadowy figment, I still don't want his silhouette to look too small and
How do you make
insignificant.
something that is made of hate?
Something that's made of hate. Gosh, it's a good question.
Ask a teenager.
Right. It should resonate with teenagers. Teenagers will love Revenant Steel.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is just a bit of an outline here of some kind. And I'm going to go off the page a little bit because we might end up shrinking this down. Just to get it to fit in with the composition.
Hate to jump in here, but I'm going to have to head out.
That's okay, Matt. All good. You have a good one, and thanks so much for joining us. Let me see real quick what you've worked on tonight. Let's see what your handiwork has resulted in.
Gonna be a
Beautiful, a whole bunch
perfectly
of
rendered
stuff.
piece that he's done. So yeah,
Hello, Frank Castle.
And Katrina's tapped out. That's okay. All right. Yeah, this is fantastic work, Matt. Damn. Look at that. You've just smashed it.
Yeah. Get some good ideas going.
You feel what ones are catching your eye there? Any of them?
There's a couple of them.
There's a couple. That's good. Awesome.
Yeah,
I think for me it's got to be. I think it's got to be that bottom right one. Feels very dynamic. I feel like it's a still frame in a movie.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
Yeah. All right. Awesome stuff, Matt. We'll let you go. Have a good night, and thanks for joining us.
Take care.
Catch you later,
Bye,
my
Matt.
friend. All righty. I'll jump back into this one here. All right, yeah. So, I mean, the main thing I would say, the main takeaway from this critique, Will, it's just so that you can keep in mind the overall point, is just making the hand bigger, like a bigger focal point,
Yeah.
making it scarier, making the bad guy look more dominating by shrinking down the guy in front some more. And you could shrink him down even more than that. Honestly, like, check this out. If you go ahead now and you take what I've got there and you just make him even smaller,
Yeah.
right? That's just going to, again, it's going to enhance the contrast in size between them. Okay.
That looks so cool.
And then,
Oh, and he's reaching out. He's like, ah.
yeah,
I really like the composition on that. That looks so cool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm so jelly.
We got
right now.
Dale and Michael Bancroft in the chat.
oh, cool.
Says loves the stash.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Michael. Had it going for a little while. You should try one out. You probably look real good with a mustache, Michael. Give it a shot. It's it brings about a certain level of confidence and just ownership in the world. You know, you feel like a king of sorts.
I'm growing mine back. I had to
Yeah.
shave it off.
Who forced you to
It
shave
was
your mustache
becoming
off?
too powerful.
Yeah, that can happen. You have to be careful because that can happen. You know?
Again.
Mine almost got too powerful as well.
Yeah.
For a few weeks there of not trimming.
Yeah, trim it up. Mine was literally like I was drinking through it.
Yeah, see, that can be annoying, right?
Mm-hmm.
It gets really annoying when that happens. But I'm digging it. You know, I'm still getting used to it. I don't know how I feel about it, but
It's good.
yeah.
I shaved mine off and I had it like fall into my hand like that.
Oh,
It was like little angel wings. And I'm like, man, it's like Icarus, you know?
oh no, flew too close to the mouth.
Flew too close to the mouth. And now, you know, I'm going to come back as a beard and see how that goes.
Yeah,
I'll shave the beard down to a mustache once I start looking like a gnome.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
I've inspired you, I think, there, Will.
I thought I inspired you,
What?
you know? Because
Did
I
you have a
had
mustache
'cause I had
before me?
a glorious mustache. And then
Wow.
you decided to have a mustache. I didn't know
did.
you had one previously.
You know what? I think you inspired me. I think it was you who, in fact, inspired me.
I inspired lots of folks. I see more and more mustaches every day.
Yeah. Well, you just look so good with a mustache, is the thing, Will.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, other people like me, they think, wait a second, I'll look good. I'll look like Will.
Dude,
If I grow
could
my
look
mustache
that
out, but-
mustache. I could look like I could
don't-
be
mine
part
doesn't
of a
look good.
barbershop quartet. You'd look great
Exactly.
with a mustache. Come on.
Mine doesn't look good though. I've tried.
Wait, have you really tried properly?
I've tried, but it doesn't work.
No, that's too bad. That's okay.
What you're seeing right now, this is about the extent of how much it grows. Like, even if I let my beard grow out, this will just stop right here.
It just stops growing.
Well, I mean, that just looks
Gets
really good as
confused.
it is. You know, you've got the perfect facial stubble going on there, Keith. I don't think
Like,
you
to
need
keep
to do
it trimmed
much.
and groomed at this level, though.
Yeah,
gets
it can be
overly
easy to get
athletic
bored of a
really
good
fast.
thing, but
I'm just going to
Okay.
sit here and be left out.
yeah,
You can buy a mustache to wear.
that's true. That's true.
Just glue
Just
it
so I can
on.
be included. Get a Gandalf the Grey
Aw.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
wizard beard. Just
Hey, does anyone know why he changed his hairstyle when he became Gandalf the White? Because I like the curls, and he got rid of them, and suddenly his hair was straight.
I would imagine it was so that the audience could distinguish that it was a different character.
They could have just changed the color. And that he wasn't wearing a hat, and he was wearing different clothes.
He
Yeah.
brushed his hair a lot while he was down there leveling up.
After the Balrog,
Wait, really?
he's like,
After the Balrog, yeah, because he's just kind of like, man, and he brushed it like,
Oh, for the first time in his life.
Is
and
this
that,
Lord of the
it
Rings?
turns out, is what is the difference between a gray and a white wizard. Because if you look at
Just a
Saruman,
straightening iron.
Saruman was also very straight-haired.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone who becomes a white wizard goes through the emo phase where they straighten their hair.
Yeah.
Straighten their hair and spend all
That
day
must
brushing
be
it.
it.
Learn how to use conditioner. He was given conditioner. He discovered the conditioner down there. Is what happened.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, but then
so,
Mithrandir doesn't work anymore because Mithrandir means the grey wizard, doesn't it? No,
Yeah.
Gandalf means elf friend, and Mithrandir means grey wizard or something.
And I think, he abandoned Mithrandir and became someone else. He became Blanco.
Did
the
they not
wizard.
still call him that in around Helm's Deep?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
know.
Will, what you could do is just pull back these buildings a little further so you can show
Yeah.
more of them. And again, that's going to like boost the size of this big guy in the back.
Yeah.
So you could kind of create like almost a little
Well, it's really
representation of the
just
kingdom
because
there.
there's only the gate between the bodies and the mountain, right? Because we kind of
Alright.
established that in the first page.
Right. I gotcha. So there's just like a wall there, is it?
More or less. And that's why I was thinking, if I'm going to have it be kind of like a dream state, maybe even like just don't even include the wall or just have like some spiky or I don't know.
It'd be good to have maybe another element there between him and the creature just to boost the depth. What I am struggling with is what do we include down here? You could almost, maybe have his other arm coming up if he's that small. Has he got claws on his other arm? Or
He just got two hands with
He's
the
got two
tips
hands, yeah.
gnawed off. So they're kind of bony.
Oh,
Yeah,
creepy.
like-
Yeah, well, I'd bring that arm up, and maybe the other stuff that you could have here in the foreground is potentially, like a pile of bodies. Why not? Just to make your life harder.
Pile of corpses.
You could have multiple piles of bodies even.
Yeah, well, there is only one pile of bodies.
Wait, there's only one pile of bodies.
There's 18 bodies in a pile, and he's on top of the pile, and he's like the first one waking up.
Is that the only pile?
There's only one pile of bodies currently.
Well, I think, at least have this pile here then. Right?
Just add another pile. Just
can
have there
never
be
have
more
enough piles.
bodies. Just more bodies everywhere. Why not?
You could even
like that
have
corn
like
song.
you could even have a horse here, looking all mopey, have the horse's head down here somewhere.
Just putting random stuff in the...
Well, there was a horse riding through the town in that initial panel.
Yeah,
It stuck with me.
He wrote it back there.
And I
See
take
how-
it that was a different character, right?
I'm like tracking everyone's location in my head and being like,
Yeah.
okay, this is this. This
Oh,
is
don't
this,
worry
this.
about it, man. I mean, you're talking about dream states and stuff just before.
Mhm.
So just, people will get it. They're not going to know.
Yeah.
And then I think we'll like just build these flames up here behind that mountain. You could even add in when you're or if you're going to color it, or even as you're like blacking this guy out, right? Like you can have him black here and then fade out, similar to what Rex did with the fog on that one panel. Fade it out to white over there to
like
give it that
chaotic
additional bit of depth.
coming
But yeah,
out
I
there.
definitely, I've just come up with piles of bodies and horses and walls based upon your world.
Right,
But
right.
really, add whatever you want in here. I would just make sure that there's a few elements there, foreground and background elements, and then you know, in this section, you can leave it a bit ambiguous. You can just say, oh, that's environmental fog.
Well, yeah,
And
because you
there's-
got to have like some negative space between the dude
Yeah.
and the hand, right? Because
Exactly. You could have a nice glow around this
Right.
area. And yeah, that'd be good. Now, obviously, you'll have to condense that down and fit it into the actual space you've got available to you on the page. So, you know, it might be more like that, but then you just fill out the rest. Just gives you more room to create a bit of a margin, which is definitely not a bad thing here. Like, we want some breathing room for that guy. Okay. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good about that.
All right. You know, as long as you don't feel like that looks worse, Clayton.
No. No, it looks good.
You can see from a distance there that that hand really draws in the attention. And especially if you can add in a point of contrast between the hand, as we said, and the guy in the foreground.
Yeah.
That's going to make for a gorgeous composition, I think. Let it sink in. You know, you might be feeling like, I don't know. But you're going to think about it. And then you're going to be like, wait a second. I'm looking back and I'm looking forth at this draw over Clayton's done. I think we're going to go with it.
I mean, you've seen how it always kind of works with your feedback and the way it comes out. It's like I, take my idea, put it through your brain, and then see what I like, what I don't like. Definitely make the hand bigger,
That's the way to do it.
The one idea that I don't like is cocking his head to the side, because for some reason I'm like, I want him to be like dominant.
Which
what
guy?
I mean?
The monster?
entity.
Oh yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? And I want, I want his gaze to be like
you adjust
piercing
that
and
as you
engaging
need.
and stuff like that. Yeah. But like
For
I said,
sure.
And this is good.
Yeah, I think it's a start at least. Anyway,
Absolutely.
It's a jumping off point. It gives you a little bit of an opportunity to add your own magic in there as well, and it becomes a creative collaboration almost between us. I got to be part of it, and I'm honored, Will. Very honored.
Well, I'm glad
you
let me do this and
process.
come into the academy. And there was part of me, because like I said with the feedback sessions, I'm like, I wonder if I could just hire Clay to be an editor and do this,
Yeah. I hear what
more
you're saying.
frequently. Be like, I wonder if that's more or less expensive than another year at the academy.
No. The academy is definitely
That's the deal.
Going to be much more cost effective for you, I promise. Yeah. But it's all good. We'll get those feedback sessions happening. I can tell you've been hanging for them, haven't you?
Yeah, a little bit. And then, because like I said, I'm trying to commit to this streaming schedule so that I can, be promoting Revenant Steel when it comes time. So,
For sure. So you want to get like the feedback happening.
Well, the
so that you
feedback,
can
but then,
finish some of these pages.
because the last two studio sessions have been on Sundays, and it's like I'm off, but then I'm on Goth Night,
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at weird videos and,
Yeah. What can you do?
talking about breadsticks and other PG things.
Those are the two things you talk
Priorities,
about.
Will,
Like, I can't
Yeah,
tell
figure
you
out what your
what
priorities
we were
are.
talking about with the breadsticks, because it's, YouTube,
No.
and I'm on Clay's channel. I made a promise.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
But it's always a good time on Goth Night.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, what channel is that on?
That's on Dr. Ben's Comics YouTube
Dr.
channel.
Ben's Comics. Got it. Michael Bancroft, he says, no, my dad has one. His dad has a mustache. And that he looked too much like his dad. And it would be weird, right, for the wife. Okay, I see that. I see why. Yeah, that'd be odd. All right, cool. Gandalf did not pass through fire and death to return with ragged hair. No.
The fire probably was a nice heat treatment for the hair.
Yeah.
You got a nice
For
blowout,
sure.
Yeah.
Straightened out his palm, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
28 Pulp. It's good to see you here, my friend. I think that's Paul. I think this is Paul. I remember you. And definitely would love to have you back in the Academy anytime. Anytime at all. You know, people, they come, but they always come back, you know, if they leave. And then, you know, sometimes they wander away for a little while and they come back. They know they always got a home at the Academy. It's a wonderful place to be. But I got to say, you guys are the sort of the OGs in here right now.
Yeah, we
sort
are.
of been there since the beginning, I would say,
100%.
which is amazing. And Katrina said thanks to all of us. It was amazing, an amazing experience, and the best in years. Oh, isn't that sweet? Well, you're very welcome, Katrina. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again. It's always wonderful when people can pop in and we can put a name to the, or a face rather, to the name. All right, let's
That
see.
does remind me.
Yeah, go
How
ahead.
shocked were you all of you, when you realised I was a chick and not a dude?
Yeah, I was honestly, the first time I discovered that was during one of the mentoring sessions we did, and I was like, wow, that'll teach me.
What's funny
That'll
is
teach me for making assumptions.
You use a bloke's name when you want to post anything because you tend to get more traffic than if you use a woman's name.
No, that can't be true. Really?
Oh,
I
really?
totally thought that
how
would
many
have been the
female
other
artists
way
do you know?
around.
How many female artists do you know?
Oh, there was this girl
Plus,
I went
I'm
to
also
high
into
school
boy
with. She was
stuff.
incredibly
Yeah, I
talented
get
artist.
that.
I only know of Loish. That's it. That's the only female artist I know of.
That's good. But you know, it's
Fiona Staples, artist
I've
of.
never heard of her.
She did Sudaga.
I don't know that one, but I'll check her out then.
Really good comic book, and she does all her stuff on Clip Studio. So people say it's like, we want Fiona Staples originals, and she's like, there aren't any.
I've heard about Saga. You said Saga,
oh
right?
yeah,
Yeah, Saga, yeah.
yeah. It's,
And she does all the artwork, like so. And because she's doing it digitally, she does the pencils, the inks, and the colors.
yeah, it's quite well known. I do wonder if
Thanks.
there's anything to that, Rex. But it's good to know what the strategy was behind it, because I always wondered about that.
It's just like the Mogi is just like my first and last name, just squished together. So at least it's still like, you know. And then the Rex is the family name.
What's your first name?
Monique.
Monique. I got it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, not as short and not as easy to say. So
Yeah. But Rex is your last name.
no, Rex is a family
Oh.
name. It's basically somebody named Rex died, who was besties with my dad, and then we all got
Gotcha.
named after him.
Whoa. There you go.
Yeah, in our middle names, like we all got named like
Yeah.
with the R and that, and we've carried it on through the grandkids and everything. So it's good.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
I thought it
Damn.
was.
The origins of Rex there. That's cool. Very, very cool indeed. Yeah, I was that was fun. That was funny. That first time we got to catch up there, Rex.
Yeah, yeah, it was. You handled it well.
Yeah. I'm good at pretending to handle things well. No, I mean it was like, you know, obviously once I knew, like 2 seconds later, I came to terms with it. Here I was
Adjusted.
expecting Rex, this big, like, you know, lumberjack.
Well, also
Nope.
that is because if you've got a bloke name, they'll tend to be a bit more brutal when they critique you as well. Because they're going to be like, "Oh, it's a girl. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to upset the girl." But no, if you've got a bloke name though, they'll want to upset you, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
This
And then you realize that I was all about the equality when it came to my critiques.
absolutely fucking brutal. Yeah. You and Corey
No.
together just railing on my art. It was like, why?
Oh, what? Did we do that? No.
Yeah, you and Corey together. I was like, shit.
Oh, come on.
Tag team.
I never rail, do I?
No, you're good. You're good.
I don't
You're
know.
actually really
We'll have
good
to
at
ask Will
giving
how
us
he
stuff.
feels. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I do try. I feel like I don't. I feel like my problem is I don't hit hard enough sometimes because I'll see some other people critiquing and I'm like, whoa.
No, you give compliments first, which is nice. And
It's
then
important
you
to know what you're
critique.
doing right.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Yeah.
problem as well with other critiques. They don't tell you what you're doing right. They're just being
'Cause
like,
you
oh,
need
this
to
is
know
wrong,
that.
wrong, wrong. Because then you don't
You-
want to do it anymore.
You don't want to do it anymore, but even if you did, one of the things that can really mess you up is actually changing something that's working. And what happens is when we're doing anything, sometimes if there's one thing wrong, we can be tricked into thinking everything is wrong, like the whole process is flawed in some way, when sometimes that's not the case. It's just one component of it. So it is actually it's not just to make you feel good when you get a validation on what's working. It's actually important information so that we can cement what's working and then just attend to the stuff that's actually needs to be adjusted.
Or worse
So-
still, they don't have any critique to give, but they don't like it and they can't critique it. Oh, that's horrible. That happened to me once.
oh, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that's brutal. That is
Yeah,
brutal.
that was hard. That was rough.
Ouch. Was
I
that
don't think
from
I've ever-
a professional artist or
No, I
just
think it
someone
was from
else?
Proco. That's why I was like, oh, that sucked. So yeah.
Wait,
think
like
I've ever
They didn't have
Stan
it yet.
Proca-
It was one of those challenges I went into and they did not like the artwork that I submitted, so they were brutal. And I was like, not brutal as in they weren't mean or anything like that, but they didn't really have anything to say about it or like
Oh,
improve. And I was like, oh, that's sad. So I was like, and it
Oh,
only just made me
no.
want to do more though. So
That's
at the very
good.
least,
I'm
yeah.
glad it had that effect.
yeah,
I don't think
Yeah,
you've
that
ever
can
worked in the
suck.
field of advertising.
yeah.
Yeah, you
God.
used to
Because
rejection there, Keith.
Well, that's the problem with advertising is that there was a brief period of time where I was working in creative, and the thing with creative when it comes to certain clients, I won't say all clients, but certain clients, is that the problem with creative is that there's no such thing as getting on base. You either strike out or you get a home run. Like,
Oh, wow.
and
Yeah.
so many times when you present creative to a client, they will just be like, I just don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah.
don't like it. And you're like, well, what should we fix? And like, well, we don't really know. It's
Ouch.
like, all right, we'll try again. You're just gotta go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that would suck. Spending all that time doing it.
That'd be just a brutal role to be a part of. Did you have to deal with that, Keith?
Well, for the brief time I was working on the straight up creative side, but yeah, it's like you have to get like used to it, and you have to know that that's going to be a possibility. It's like, well, it's like we know everything that we were supposed to do, and like we ran with it, and like we just have to hope that this lands.
Yeah.
And
No, for sure.
whatever
for
happens,
sure.
happens.
That's the way you got to play it sometimes. Let the chips fall where they may. All right, I'm going to zoom in on this, Will, so that you can take a screenshot if you want. And in that way, if I don't do another feedback session for like the next 3 months, you'll
Yeah,
have
right.
this.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, by the way. Don't worry.
Do I need to resubmit then all the stuff that I
Ye-
wanted?
Yeah, so I would recommend submitting the thing that you're currently working on that you'd like feedback on. And if there's another piece as well that you would like feedback on, submit that. So, stuff that's sort of relevant to you right now. Me critiquing a piece of work that you did months ago probably isn't going to, for example, be something you'll go back and adjust now, will it? If you do go back
because
and
I've been
adjust it, then
doing
totally.
the other work. Well, I've been doing the other work, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Submit what you
It's
like.
normally just touch-ups. It's not normally like you need to do huge things. It's normally just like, yeah, this is out of whack, then just fix that. And
For sure. Yeah. That is usually what it is with you. Just because,
means I'm getting better.
yeah, you've got a lot of the fundamentals sorted.
Yeah.
But yeah, you
Only
do.
except for perspectives and hands and boxes. Chairs.
Chairs.
I'm still working on chairs.
Chairs can be a thing, for sure. For sure. Alrighty. Well.
Oh, I've also put black on the back of mine if you wanted to, because you were going to teach me how to glow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Were you
Thank
about
goodness.
to leave?
I was about to
teaching
wrap
me
it
how to
up.
glow.
I was about to wrap it up there, Rex. So let's make sure we jump into the glow.
What you do is you just go to layer adjust and switch it to glow.
There you go.
I want to like do it with ink though. But did you want to go back to my page? Because I've actually pretty much finished it. I just need to know how to do the glow.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, sure.
And fix up Daydream a bit, but.
All right, let's take a look here. Oh man, you did a lot. So are we placing we're placing the glow around her?
Around her specifically, I just really don't know how to do it.
All right, let me make this. Let me make this bigger.
So you want her to be glowing?
Yeah, she's got to have like a glow to it. It can be faint. It just
Yeah.
There just needs to be something. She's not supposed to be terribly corporeal because she's kind of invading the space. She's not really a part of the space. She's kind of like going where she shouldn't be.
Well, I was joking
see
a
what
little
I
bit
can
before,
do.
but have you thought about adding another layer on top of her, switching that layer to add glow, and then using the airbrush to add the glowy areas around where the light's hitting her?
I mean...
I know what you're after, Rex.
Yeah.
No. No, it's not exactly what I meant. I meant kind of like...
Want it
like,
in the inks.
sort of like the light, like my rendering style, but getting some sort
Glinting.
of light coming off it.
Yeah, let's have a look and see what we can do here. Now, I actually don't know. I'm going to try out a few things and we'll see what lands.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe. You know
Use
the
pointillate,
old
use
90s...
dots.
The old TV series glow. Like, you know how they have those star glows as well? That's nice. Like the, you know...
right.
You know what? Yeah, that one, yeah. So
Well,
glad
like
you know
in
what I'm
the-
talking about.
Like in the middle of her.
No, oh, I don't know.
Look, we'll try out a few things here. I'm going to first zoom out just to figure out like kind of how we want this glow to look. And the thing is you want a little bit of a radius of darkness around her body for this glow to actually look good. And the other thing is that do we want it to go around her like feet and stuff, or do we just want it around this section? What do you want?
I think
what do you think?
Because I kind of put
I was
her
just
a
going
bit
to throw this out there as a recommendation. I have a reference you might be able to look at that could be what you're after. If you share
Okay.
my screen, I've got it up.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Rex, you might want to look at something like this.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's what you're after, but it's like
No, not
the Frank
entirely.
Miller, like that rendering style where
No,
he
it's-
uses just black and white to create
You
that
thinking
glowy
about like
effect.
Tinkerbell?
Yeah, I think
How
I
do you
know what
wanna
you're
glow?
after, Rex. That's cool though.
It's like the really
Keith.
old sort of retro 90s, and they've got this weird glow to them. And they're just like their hair, especially, just tends to like have this nice faint glow to it.
Super
Like when the
Saiyan.
light's touching it. Now, I wish. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Gosh, I still want to be Super Saiyan. I'm still upset about that.
What you want to be Super Saiyan?
Yeah, I'm still upset.
We all want to be Super Saiyan. Yep. Any idea how many times as a kid I was like, when can I do that?
Dude, I
Like
feel
8 years
like
old.
Like,
I'd
and like
pop a blood
you
vessel.
kind of like, oh, yeah, but they convinced you could. That was the problem. You watched it, you were kind of like, yeah, I could do that. I could do
You
that.
never
If I
screamed
train
hard enough. That's the thing.
You didn't
You
lose
never
enough.
screamed hard enough, did you?
I cried.
And you got to train at 100 times gravity.
That's right. You gotta
You
train.
go
You
into
gotta
the
want it.
You
Okay.
got to go into the hyperbolic time chamber and train for 1 year
Don't
and
they
1
have
day.
that now though? They now
The-
have like where you can do. They've actually increased the gravity. I think it was in China or something.
Oh, I thought
In
you
an
meant
No.
area.
hyperbolic time
And all,
chamber for a second. I got
Yeah.
real
all
excited.
Dragon Ball Z fans were like, yes.
Yes.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to create like a bit of an outline around the area that I'm going to create this glow. Okay?
I'm trying to find the
something like
70s
that.
glow, 90s glow.
And
You know, sci-fi glow. You guys all know the sci-fi glow, like old school sci-fi glow. When somebody was pretty, they were like glowing.
I mean, do you want to put a Gaussian blur on her?
I don't
No,
think
that's-
so.
Because you're trying to
trying to
use
find-
lines.
She
You're
wants
trying to
the
make it
ink.
with ink.
that's what she wants. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to see whether or not I can achieve it with ink.
Right.
Yeah, you can.
Potentially.
So that's
Bernie
yeah.
Wrightson could.
I think you need points, dots, instead of lines.
Just can't find the bloody freaking photo. I'm going through all my photos. It's probably not that, but I'll check anyway. Because I know that Robot Pencil does good at like light, but it's not really ink work. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay, so sparkly. There we go. I don't know what I do. I want to do that. All right. If you want to go back onto my page, I can show you references.
Yeah, show me.
Hang on. Apply transformation. Yes. Okay. Next.
Okay.
Like glow.
Ah. Yeah,
Reflective.
Okay.
like emanating off. Cool.
Yeah, and I kind of like this one as well, the skull-ish one,
Yeah, no, that's good.
because it was like it had that. It's like he's still bright, but he's still got some light behind him that looks like it's coming off him,
Yeah.
and that was just a sparkly rain one. The other one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So less of a Super Saiyan thing, and more of a yeah, closer to the body by the look of it.
Yeah. Although it couldn't hurt to do something like this around the.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So almost
But
like
this
going
kind
on
of
its
thing, I
own.
mean, look how nice it looks. It's just, it kind of glows. She's kind of glowing up the top here. She's still got
Yeah.
form, but she glows.
I hear what you're saying. All right. Well, let me go ahead and try that out.
Thank you.
I'll see how we do.
Thank you.
Maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't.
I'm thinking maybe I need a crosshatch.
Yeah. Let's see. You may not need to, especially if you want the glow to be like that. It's also just a matter of where we want to take this glow. You know, looking at that skull, I don't think it's necessarily that you want the glow around her entire body, but
I don't think the entire body, because I want to draw attention towards the middle.
yeah.
So I don't mind bits of her, but it should fade up. So
yeah,
the,
okay.
the most glow, I think, should come from around her face and middle and chest area.
For sure.
But yeah, getting that ethereal's 90. It's 90s, isn't it? Sci-fi. It's back
It
when
is.
Edgar Rice Burroughs did all his cool stuff, which I have books of his.
It's very Drew Struzan.
Who?
He was a artist who hand painted all of the classic movie posters from the 80s. Like he did the
Oh.
Star Wars movie poster. He did the Back to the Future poster.
What's
I think
his
he
name?
passed away recently, but
What's his name again?
Drew Struzan.
Struzan.
So I spelled that right. Yeah, Drew Struzan. Struzan. If you look at his artwork for movie posters, he has that glow effect on a lot of characters.
Movie
Yeah,
posters.
he did the Blade Runner
Oh,
poster.
Struzan. Movie posters of Struzan. Oh, that's cool. I like the rendering style of Mark Ratz better though, but I'm definitely checking his stuff out. Whereas Film Art Gallery, of course he's in a gallery. They had a pretty one. Some dude like The Thing,
Oh, The Thing. Yeah, he did.
but like
That's
the
one of my-
like the face is like.
I have that movie
Just-
poster. It's one of my all-time favorite.
Wait, you've got the actual
movies.
movie poster, Keith.
I've got the movie poster for The Thing. It's not in this room though.
That's amazing.
That's the problem. I got like 8 movie posters in here, but I don't have The Thing in this room.
Where have you got the thing?
The Thing is in a completely different place. I think The Thing is actually in a storage locker right now.
Oh no.
I got
Sounds about
I
right.
got a couple of I have a couple of John Carpenter posters that are in my storage locker right now. The ones I've got in this room, I got my Dawn of the Dead, which you can see behind me.
Okay, I got a question though. Do you think you'd watch a movie if they had posters like that, just based off the poster? Would you
Oh
watch
yeah.
it?
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
totally.
Me too.
Which is why I hate all movie posters are terrible now.
Yeah, they're really not great. They're all
Like, I
CGI
haven't-
crap. But paying somebody to do that, I don't understand why they stopped doing it. It seems
Well, I know
it seems
exactly why
really
they
big
stopped doing
waste.
it. There's an answer, and the answer is the contracts in the actors that they're getting, because starting in like 2010 or something like that onward, like there were so many changes to the contracts that actors had for being in movies, where the movie poster, it couldn't be a painted poster, it had to be a picture of them, and that they had to be on the poster in some way, which led to this trend of all movie posters is just just a Photoshop job of all the characters in the movie all piled on top of each other, and then the title.
No,
Lame.
fuck this. No, I'm gonna get famous, and then I'm gonna bring this shit back.
Yeah.
All right, well,
You should bring it
guys,
back. No, that's
I'm
terrible.
calling it a night. It's after 1 a.m.
Oh, no
I'm
worries.
gonna have to wake up. But thanks for hanging out.
You don't
Thanks
need
You
for
have
the
a good one.
feedback.
Thanks for hanging out.
No
Yeah.
worries, Will. You are very welcome.
I'll try
And thank
to
you for
make
joining
myself
us.
available next time you guys are doing this. So
Heck yeah, that'd
see
be
you
awesome.
around.
That'd be fantastic. See you, Will. Hey, what's up?
And then there were 3.
It's a Tara Hollis, yeah. It's good to see you here. I'm glad that you caught us too. All right, I still haven't worked out this glow yet. I'm gonna
I
have
found
another
this. Like, if you want to
crack
quickly,
at it.
just you check if you want to check what I've got up,
Yeah.
because it's got the thing, and that's a cool glow. If that's more to your style, which I think it might be.
That
Yeah,
is
the Faden poster.
cool.
Look at that.
That's nice,
don't
isn't
get-
it?
You don't get posters like that anymore.
Mm.
No.
Have you seen the
No.
film?
I'm gonna have to get famous. I'm gonna have to be really successful in Comic-Con, and I'm gonna need to fix that.
You gotta fix it.
Gotta fix it.
Now, are you
Make it
familiar at all
happen,
with
Rex.
the film? With the film, The
If you
Thing?
want change, you gotta make it. What's that?
Yeah.
Seen the film? Yeah.
I haven't.
You haven't
Haven't
seen the
seen it?
thing?
No, I haven't actually seen it, which is weird.
It's one
You
of the best
should
movies
see
ever.
it.
I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of other old movies, but I tend to go for. I don't tend to go for horror. But
Are
I
you
did
familiar with
watch
the premise
the
at
one.
all? Of...
Yeah, I can't. I know I keep hearing about it, but I've just never watched it.
I mean, it
Yeah.
would be so up your alley.
Oh,
I don't know. Do you watch horror at all?
It depends on who's doing the horror. I'd kind of want to watch Obsession, the new one that came out, because apparently it's quite good. But I'm not generally
to see
into
that
it
too.
because it's just they keep making mistakes that are like, don't, you could, and it annoys the
Yeah.
crap out of me.
What kind of
Because I
For
mistake?
tend to be
sure.
really childish and really kind of like not. Like they don't behave like adults. I mean, if it was actually a real horror story with real
Oh.
adults,
Yeah.
So here's why you'll love The Thing, because The Thing is renowned in storytelling in horror films because The Thing is a movie where, even though it's a horror film and it's terrifying, as you're watching it, everyone acts correctly and makes good decisions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that sounds
Everyone
good.
is everyone is very smart about how they handle everything. And what's great about the film is that it's still horrifying. Because even though they're doing everything right, it's still terror.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. And especially for what you're doing, Rex, the kind of stories that you enjoy, it might be worth checking out.
Is it Eldritch, the thing? Or is it...
No, it's Alien.
Excellent.
Yeah, but
Aliens.
it kind of looks, I would say, Eldritch, but I don't know much about Eldritch, so what do I know, right?
I would
It's
say
incomprehensible. If something is incomprehensible, it's Eldritch.
I would say it doesn't. It's not very eldritch, but the premise of The Thing, basically, to give you an idea of what the movie's about, it's about these research scientists that are on a station in Antarctica, and they basically uncover out of the ice something that they don't really know what it is, but they know that it wreaked havoc on a research station like 20 miles away from them because everyone was dead. And they're like,
Nice.
so what is this thing? And they're trying to research it, and then they realize just a little bit too late that it's an alien form that can perfectly imitate human life.
So it's
So
per
basically they
person?
realize that, yeah, they realize that the thing has already killed some of them and is imitating them. So now they know, it's like, wait, some of us here are the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
that's
don't know
cool.
who's
Okay,
who.
do not give me the ending. I do not want to know. I'm gonna
Oh
watch the
no, I'm
shit
not
out
going
of
to give you
that.
the ending, but that's the premise, and it just gets way better
Bonkers.
and better from there.
Is this
Yeah,
the one
tell
with the
us.
teeth? That they've got to check their teeth? They got
That
cavities? No.
that's in
Different one?
the remake, and it's a terrible, terrible excuse for what the scene was in the original one.
Okay, so I have I have seen something similar then.
Yeah, you've seen the remake from 2011, which I do not say people should watch. Watch the original one from
Okay.
1982.
Well, that would
I
explain why
agree.
I'm a bit confused. That's all good. I'll do that then.
I concur. That is not the best remake, although I sort of want to go back and watch it.
But do you guys watch scary movies at all? Or?
Oh, yeah, I watch scary movies all the time.
Is it like the
Yeah.
adrenaline thing? Is that what does it? Or
It
Oh
could
yeah.
be. I've
I
realized I
watch
have a.
murder. Like I like watching murder. Agatha Christie is the best for this because I generally don't know who the killer is until the end.
Yeah.
She's really, really good at it, but it's because I've watched it so often. Now I'm a
He
bit
did
too
Murder on
good
the
at
Orient
figuring out.
Express, right?
Love that one. Love that one. I love the one the Hercule Poirot series with David Suchet. I love that series. But the one I was thinking of was And Then There Were None.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they had that great movie, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was spoilers, but I was like, oh, it's the judge. And then the judge ended up being like dying, which he didn't really die. They just faked it with the doctor because the doctor figured out what was going on, and they said, if you want to live, you need to play pretend I'm dead, and make sure they all think I'm dead. And then he just went on killing stuff. So good.
Oh, wow.
But then he offed himself at the end of it, which was awesome
Why did he do that?
because he was dying of cancer, and he was basically all the people he brought in were people that have done really horrendous stuff, and he knew they did it, but he was a judge presiding over a case, and he didn't have a say because the jury acquitted them. So he was like, I shall take it into my own hands.
It's cool. It's kind of like a less extreme version of Saw.
I haven't
In a
watched Saw.
way. Yeah, it can be intense for a lot of people, depending on how acquainted they are with such movies.
Not very.
Yeah. Yeah, Corey and I, we watch horror movies all the time. We watched one. I watched a great one, and Corey, Corey was like, "Man, this should be banned." Really
Why?
affected him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so question, could you watch it without sound and would you still be affected by it?
Yes. Yeah, I'd be affected by it.
Really?
The one I'm thinking of, yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
I ended up watching The Ring.
Oh yeah. The
But
American remake.
I think so. Oh, I also watched Let the Right One In and Let Me In, and there's also Let the Right One In, which is the older one. And it's the
Yeah.
vampire that like brutally murders everyone. I watched that. Wasn't a good one. That was good.
It wasn't good.
No, it was good. The
Oh,
older one
cool.
I liked better. Not sure why.
Yeah, cool. Now this is like the best version of the glow effect that I could sort of come up with. It may not be exactly what you're looking for yet, but
Well, I've kind of done something of a glow on mine,
okay. Let's take a look.
which is more like I wanted. Which is glowy, glowy. Whenever you
I'm
get onto
interested
it.
to see it. Oh yeah.
Glowy, glowy.
Oh yeah, you've done a much better job.
Cool.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, it looks a bit more like it's coming from her rather than around her.
It's on point. On point. Like with your references. That's good. There you go. You didn't need my help at all.
I just needed the what do you call it?
Yeah.
There's a word. Nope, I've lost it.
The moral support.
Yes,
Or
thank you.
Inspiration.
You needed to see how it needed not to be done to do it the right way.
The body doubling, or get ideas and that sort of thing. Because I had
Yeah,
reference.
for
them.
sure. Yeah, you know, it can get the creative juices flowing.
How
That's looking fantastic. Yeah.
But what you're doing right now, I was experimenting with doing something similar to that, and I downloaded a brush pack recently that was perfect for this. It's basically a bunch of grit brushes. So like
Oh, cool.
the brush, when you zoom in really wide, it's like this cross-hatchy type of like scrappy looking thing, and they got like 9 of them in there. And you can go behind it just like that and create that like nice scratchy glowy effect if you put it to white and you do it against a black background.
That's cheating. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna do it.
you're still
They're
going to
gonna
do it?
Don't worry, I'll
Do
still
it.
be doing it too. Now that I know about it.
You know what cheaters do?
Win.
They usually win.
They
They usually
do.
don't get caught.
Really? Do they not get caught?
Well, how do you think people win in politics?
Oh, yeah, who even knows?
That's what
Who
my
knows
coach
what the
would
real
always say
story
back
is?
in. Well, that's what my coach would always say back in college. He said, "It's not against the rules to cheat. It's against the rules to be caught cheating."
I like your coach.
So you have to be like, you know, good at it to actually
or
attempt
just
it.
have a good lawyer. Don't underestimate the power of good legal defense.
Never underestimate
yeah.
the power of good legal defense.
Oh my goodness, you two are making me worry now.
But if you've read Crime and Punishment, you won't do it, but you won't cheat.
I think of the
No, you do it the right way.
The Simpsons episode where he's like, "Mr. Burns, we've got witnesses and evidence and a paper trail half a mile long. Well, I have 10 high-priced lawyers." Then he just runs away
Amazing what money
screaming.
can buy you.
Yeah, that is actually so true, though. I mean, the stuff you hear. Well, I mean, even Epstein got away with some stuff.
Dude, he's
back.
still alive. My money is on that bloke still being alive.
Yeah, definitely. He's got to be, I reckon. Yep. Would not That would not surprise me one bit.
Oh, it just disappoints me.
This is giving me Berserk vibes here.
Yes, as well it should.
Yeah,
I
it
do like
looks-
white hair though. Whenever I do characters, I tend to somebody's always got white hair.
Oh yeah.
But then it's interesting because white's generally seen as purity, but it can be a lie. Because I've got my Crusader, who's also got white hair when she turns into Crusader version.
Mm-hmm. So it can be a bit of an illusion. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, you just nailed that glow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
Really
actually
well
looking
done.
really good.
Yeah.
Looks incredible.
I am surprised. Happy and surprised. But I did do a bit of cross hatching, so that was also, I was just kind of doing that.
I kind of
Yeah.
turned her into a ghost with my one. She's sort of like fading away there into the nothingness.
Yeah,
But,
she's like got a bit more movement and speed on her on your one.
Not
Reminds
good
me of
though,
the Led
because I
Zeppelin
feel like
album
it
cover.
lost the clarity a little bit. I think you nailed the effect that you were after though, much better. I was at a
So
bit of a
good of you.
loss, I'll be honest.
Just gotta put that shine on her butt. Shiny butt. Shiny butt.
Yep. Good place to put it. For the form, it's a, it's a prominent form. So it's, look how much real estate there is there. It's a large form. The butt, I mean.
The butt. Have I cured you yet of your small tit, small butt habit?
I don't think so. I haven't made any noticeable changes, I don't think. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I
this reminds
always...
me of Angola.
Small is an exaggeration, I think. More like middle lane, maybe.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
It is not.
Corey
What?
more than makes up for where I lack in that department. Yeah. Cool. So we have Matt in the chat. He says, that piece reminds me of Mignola. Nice. Yeah,
Shit,
actually.
that's a really good compliment.
Good point. There is some Mignola vibes there.
I'm debating. I'd like to get your opinion, Clayton. Do you think I should put white around Daydream's head just to make it stand out a bit more? Or?
I do think that would be cool, yeah. That's looking good. I mean, that looks magical in a sense. Just like you've done it there.
Yeah, because I went in different directions. Keep going different
It may
directions.
be a case where, man, you're good at that.
Oh, yeah.
At what?
Yeah, you don't need my help at adding those glows in.
Yeah, it seems like you've got to just pick a spot, and then you've got to hit it with the light, and then you've got to blend that light out. But you don't do it on every spot. You kind of do it on the highlight bits.
That's actually a good technique.
Yeah, I'm going to use it.
There you go. It seems like you're sort of at the point where you're developing your own approaches to doing things, which is cool. It's a good place to be at.
Yeah, I got the confidence from going to the Comic Academy. Shameless plug.
Gosh,
But yeah,
you're gonna make me blush.
It is because of the Comics Academy. So yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate
really?
it. Yeah, I was
mean-
not this good when I started.
You were starting off from a good point, but I do appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say, Rex. And I mean, you are somebody who is actively always seeking to learn. I know that the academy isn't your only resource. So, like with, I know you were doing a number of courses.
Was I?
I think so. I think you said you did. You were recommending a few of them to us.
Just on YouTube, like Drawbox.
Jawbox, is that who I'm thinking of? Yeah,
Also
and
Artwad, but I
Artwad,
watch
yeah.
YouTube videos of it. I haven't actually subscribed. I probably should. I probably should subscribe to
Oh,
him.
okay, right. Right. I thought you'd done his program.
No, but it's very tempting to do it, so I might.
Well, then that does make me feel special.
What is it called?
There you go.
Artwood?
Well, yeah, he does have some great advice. Yeah.
I did read up on it, and it did say you need to learn how to draw a box before you even start Artwood, and I was like, shit, I can't even draw a chair.
It didn't say chair though. It said box.
What do you think I'll be drawing with the boxes? Just don't know whether to bring the white into him or not. Because I don't want him... no, it's okay.
It's good. It's good you definitely zooming out, looking at it from a distance. So important when you're doing work like this.
Yeah, it's just hard to know where to put the light, because composition is everything.
It really is, yeah. Maybe where the arm is leading into his head, you could add in a highlight at the top of his head, where her arm is hitting the top of his head.
Yeah?
No, where her arm is hitting the top of his head.
Oh, here. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, and get more of a glow there. Yeah, that's a good idea. We do
Potentially,
that.
yeah.
We do that.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I was struggling to figure out how to like make sure that she didn't fade.
Oh, it's almost like she's reaching into his dreams.
Do skull and stuff. Yeah, that looks really good. Thank you.
It's okay. I'm glad it worked.
My dog is crying at my door.
Yeah, well, we will wrap this up. We'll wrap this up around about now, I reckon. We've been going for 3.5 hours, totally way longer than I intended to. But
Is anybody still watching?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
we got a bunch of people watching right now. So big thank you, obviously, to everybody tuning in. We really do appreciate you, and we hope that you've enjoyed the beautiful artwork from our Academy students. We've got Rex and Keith, and earlier on we had Matt as well, along with Hiram dropped in on us, and of course Ekaterina, and none other than Will. But yeah, it is always amazing to catch up with the fellow artists inside the Academy. It's an inspiring experience, and I hope that you had a little bit of that here as well tonight for those of you who joined in live. And if you ever want to join us in the Academy, the invitation is always open. Try to make sure that it's as affordable as possible. You know, I mean, we've all been there. I certainly remember being there back in the day as an up-and-coming student. It's not like you've got a lot of money to throw around, especially as an artist. So it can be expensive. Going to art school, of course, was certainly out of the question for me, like proper art school. So, you know, the Academy was created with that in mind, to make it accessible to as many people as possible while still actually being able to sustain itself, which it has managed to do so far, which is good. And hopefully will continue to, because it is a wonderful place and it's nurturing a lot of artists, such as, you know, Rex and Keith here. And it has been amazing to watch everyone grow. I have to say, it's one of the most it is probably the most rewarding part about being a teacher. That's why I've been a teacher for, my goodness, I was teaching since I was 20, so solid 16 years I've probably been in the teaching business.
Missed opportunity to say it was 5 years.
Me?
Yeah, so you don't say you're old. 16 years.
Oh, no. I want to appear experienced.
Wait, that's
Yeah,
40
well-
You
now?
still want to be down with the kids.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's true. You know, when I first started teaching at uni as a 20-year-old, it was an interesting experience because being down with the kids didn't exactly get you the respect that you needed as a teacher to have the authority you need to lead a class. Especially because I was going into teach some of the students that I was actually classmates with the year before. So that was weird. Yeah. Yep.
That's
But,
gonna be fun.
many years later, I've got my own little academy going on. And as I said, one of the best rewarding parts about that is just watching everybody grow and evolve as an artist. It's really, really cool to see that. And you think about what's the ultimate form of this artist's work going to actually look like? Where's the
Rosetta.
final frontier?
Rosetta and Bernie. That's everyone's aims,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, you're kind of coming into your own. Definitely, it's there, the flavor of those artists, but you're certainly developing your own look, which is just great. There is a definite realism to your work, I think, Rex, that that makes it feel more grounded, I would say. Similar actually to Druna. I hate to keep on bringing your work and Druna up in the same.
It's fine. I love it. I'm happy about
Yeah.
it. It's just
It's but there is it does share that realism with
yeah,
with
but it's
one
like
another.
he made the perfect woman. Like if like proportionally.
Well, look, he did actually.
Yeah.
He certainly did. I mean,
That's why I don't tolerate anyone talking shit about men's taste because I'm like, no, it's good. It's good. I know it's good. I've seen it's good.
yeah, that form is just a wonderful, aesthetically pleasing subject to lay the eyes
Keep it
upon.
PG. We got to keep it PG.
No, I mean it is true. I mean you can say it however you want. That's about the most PC way you can say it. But let's be real. It's not. It is nice to look at. It's a reason it works. It's the reason he dedicated multiple volumes to that character. And Frank Frazetta, of course, had the same thing going on. A lot of artists from back in that particular era drew women and men that had very, very beautiful form to them.
They did that with Renaissance stuff too, like all the
Absolutely.
statues and that. So
Yeah, amazing
it's a
stuff.
common theme.
It's really only in the modern era we've decided to, I don't know,
Go backwards.
make it less glorious. But
Still don't understand. I will draw my women pretty
absolutely.
with exceptional assets.
Make them exceptional. Make them exceptional, for sure. I think that's what art should be.
But it's also like, oh, it has to look realistic. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Let me live in my fantasy world.
exactly. People,
Yeah,
I
I
think,
I'm done
look
with
at...
that.
Yeah,
Shiny.
it looks good.
I don't know whether to darken the back area too, just to kind of pop her out a bit more.
Yeah, you may want to keep that glow going up into her legs a little bit.
No, I meant this part. This part around here. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a very good question.
Did I do?
You want to be careful because you don't want to take too much attention away from her either.
What did I do? Oh, I put it on that. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
Were you thinking darker tones behind there?
Yeah, just give me a sec.
Oh no.
Whoa, look at that. My goodness.
But then I can just kind of go in with my eraser and then just erase bits of her out. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and him too.
There we go.
that
Ink
is
him
some
backwards.
skills.
And her chair should be glowing a bit, maybe. Figure it out. But at least then
That's
she's a
great.
bit more. Yeah, it's a bit too bright. Yeah.
Mashing Button 28, thank you so much. Really do appreciate you for being here and tuning in. Henry, thank you. Henry from Mexico. I hope that you're having a great evening. And then we got Tank Ferret. Hey, what's up, Tank Ferret? Great to see you here. Always recognize your name popping up in the chat. Yeah, all right. How are we all feeling? Should we wrap it up here, guys?
That's probably a good idea.
Let's do it. You must be wrecked right now, Keith. I hope you don't have work tomorrow. Do you?
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. Well, with that said, yeah, beautiful stuff, Rex. My goodness, she's really glowing now. She looks like she's made of crystal.
Oh, that's cool.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Shiny.
All right. Till next time, everyone. Keep on drawing, keep on creating, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye for now.